Well, this is war. You heard it right, folks. This is absolute total war. Well, you know what? That just screwed up the entire intro. So we're just going to go ahead and say it. Guys, welcome to the playground. We have a freaking packed show tonight. I'm going to show you some of the topics. Here they are, guys. These are the topics. Yeah, and this is not even half of them. And if you do not believe me, I have two guests that are, well, I have one guest right now. Hopefully, I have the second one coming here fairly shortly. He is having some microphone problems, as everybody tends to, because microphones suck, and so does all PC-related things. Even people who have PCs will tell you they suck. Even like the folks who love them will tell you they're a pain in the neck. So, anyways, we have a show tonight though that is absolutely jam-packed. I cannot stress that enough to you. It is completely 100% packed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different topics tonight, not to mention all the other bullcrap that we're going to end up getting into. Guys, I don't even want to go over all of these with y'all because there are so many. A topic fell off at the weekend. No kidding. Guys, there's so much stuff to talk about tonight. We have everything from console war bullcrap to what's going on in the gaming industry. We will be discussing all of it. Do you care about Ubisoft and what's happening with them? Are they a developer that you've just grown up with like I have and you just want them to be good? We're going to talk about them tonight. Do you want Naughty Dog to stop wasting our time with more Last of Us bullcrap content? But secretly you want the Last of Us bullcrap content because you're actually scared of new IP. What do you want from them, people? We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about the PS5 Pro enhancements. Everything. Mark Cerny is like the Oprah Winfrey of the PS5 Pro enhancements. Like, you get an enhancement, and you get an enhancement, and this game gets an enhancement. Everybody gets a freaking enhancement. Every single person. Netflix done got into the gaming space for AAA titles and done said, you know what, guys? This is 2 years in, and this is bullcrap. We are leaving. But they're not leaving fully, so we will get into that. Prince of Persia, another return of an IP that, everyone's like, give us a Prince of Persia game. We want another Prince of Persia game. And they did, and it was pretty fun. I played the demo. It was great. There were other shit that came out around it, so I didn't buy it. And it looks like nobody else did either because the studio got canned. Why? Well, because just like a good old Square Enix day, they failed to meet expectations. We have The Last of Us getting a PS5 Pro update that's just free. The Last of Us Part 2, just free. Free update. Black Ops, on the other side of free, is people who charge for shit. And Black Ops 6 is pay to hear now? And so we're going to discuss that. We have so much crap. We got 2 articles tonight from PlayStation Lifestyle's Zarmina Khan. One of them is destroying the narrative of PS5 exclusivity hurting games. That's been a whole thing. Like, they should put games to PC because it hurts the sales and it hurts the global impact. Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit because she brings up some really good points. And then, my goodness, the Discord shared it. I saw Morgan shared it herself. We will be discussing how Astrobot was not a complete and utter failure, unlike other things that we will be discussing tonight. So, anyways, with that being said, guys, hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to have a hell of a show tonight. I am excited for this. If you're not subscribed, please do so. I know I just said that, but I threw myself off. So, yeah, do those things. Also, you can hit the join button. We have sleeve monkeys. Everybody in green in the chat, which is every single person here. Almost every single person here. We got RPG88. We got Henry Heck, ya boy, the boy, Henry Heck. We got Hero Down Under. He was our guest last week. He's also a community member. Also, he has been here since the beginning. We have Outsider Gaming Night, who's also been here since the beginning. We have J1 who says, hey, what is up, J1? We also have... That is it. Cool. Guys, there are 11 people in here now. Thank y'all so much for showing up. And with all of that, with all the Lily finally being gilded, I would like to say welcome to the playground. Let's bring in our guest, or as I like to say, contestants number one and two. What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing?
Yo, what
Pretty
up?
good.
Hey, I can hear zero. I'm so happy.
Yeah, opera problems and then a sudden power outage. Good thing it
That's
was only for a minute.
sudden power outages. Yeah, we call that living in California. That's
Fire in the Philippines. It's way more worse. I mean, there's like a storm brewing here.
oh oh.
Wind, strong rains, and yeah, I think.
So,
Uh,
are you
well,
okay
there's
to
there
are
now.
are you okay to do the show, or do you need to like go seek shelter somewhere? How bad are we talking here?
Oh man.
like,
I mean, our house is pretty solidly built, but yeah, I can do the show, and
okay.
yeah, so well,
Listen, if
it's
you
lit
get
up
whooshed
now.
up out of there because you were on my podcast, I'll feel really bad. So I
No,
just
I won't hold
okay.
it against you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. In the next
Oh,
life, I'm okay. He's not gonna hold it against me, guys. You heard it here. I'm gonna bring this clip as proof. So Zero, you've been a member of the community for a while. I've interacted with you a ton on the Discord. By the way, guys, there is a link in the description below to the Discord. Come over there, check us out. 24/7 conversation, and a lot of your takes are really good. And wanted to get you on uh, tried to get you on a couple weeks ago. I like to maintain kind of a very limited panel. And so you told me, and you and I kind of decided that this week would be good. And then you told me that you had a family member that might be giving birth soon. And so you were like, dude, I don't know if I can commit. And I was like, all right, cool. So that's why I brought in the third guest, just in case I didn't, you weren't able to
yeah,
make it.
that was not.
Turns out you were. I am super excited. I love getting long-standing members of the community on the show. It's what this show has been built on. It's what this show is about. It's always been about y'all. So I am super excited. What's up, Josh? Uh, Zero, what kind of games do you typically play?
Right. So I play a lot of let's just say RPGs. I mean recently I've been picking up playing God Eater 1 again and God Eater 2. One in my totally legitimate PC, aka my phone. I'm sorry for emulating it. And then God Eater 2 on my PC. But yeah, I'm mostly a dude that who plays a lot of RPGs, some FPSs like Borderlands, which is also an RPG, believe. Yeah, this is also RPG, and I kind of like RTSS too, but that was before the time when it was, still widespread. Do you still remember like Warcraft 3 back in the day? Yeah,
Yes.
those are the
I
times
remember
that I.
Baldur's Gate back in the day. like,
Oh,
I'm old.
yeah, Baldur's Gate 1 was released like super long time ago.
I
It was
know.
like in the early 20s.
I know.
Man, we're old.
I am old, yes. That's this is what I was telling you.
Well,
But so you really like story games and like RPG titles. Are you looking forward to Dragon Age Veilguard?
oh, I don't know about Veilguard because I haven't been in the Dragon Age series. I
Okay.
mean, I mean, yeah, I haven't played that. No, not I haven't played, but I rather haven't touched that series for like a long time now.
Okay.
No, not a long time, but I never actually played it. Sorry.
Well, man, we have a lot of topics on the table tonight, and a lot of them are dealing with RPGs and action RPGs and stuff. So, really excited to have you, Morgan. How are you doing? Welcome back to the playground.
Hey, hey. I'm good. Can't complain. Can't complain. I'm doing pretty good. Always happy to come back when I have the time. So,
So, what are you playing right now, or are you still playing Metaphor?
oh yeah, absolutely. Metaphor is taking up everything. Like that's I'm fully, dedicated to metaphor. So yes, I'm about 50, 55 hours into the game thus far, and I feel like I am barely halfway through the game. It's just so much
Uh huh.
going on, but I'm
I,
loving every second of it, so I can't complain.
I feel that on a very very real level. I have about 30 real hours in the game. I say real hours because last week it was just me here with my kids, and so I every time I had my portal out, it was like get down, play for 20 minutes, and then leave it paused, go cook dinner, come back, play for 30,
Yeah,
45
yeah.
minutes, go do bedtime, come back. So like there was probably at least an hour each night. So I'm taking 5 to 6 hours off of my playtime, but I have 30 hours in. I did not carry over my save data from the demo because I made some
Same.
boneheaded choices. And
Same.
I was like, once I did some more research, I was like, oh shit, I can't do those. Okay, cool. That's why I got my ass kicked. Got it. Also, MP doesn't regenerate. I have to save these items. Cool. Don't
Oh
do
my
that.
God, yes.
Oh, I can actually kill the dragon at the beginning, and it's pretty simple. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go do that.
Yep.
Okay, so I just
Sounds like
reset
you and
everything.
I had very similar thought process, like, at the beginning, like when we start over, like, oh wait, I gotta save MP. Oh wait, I can kill this dragon. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
It
very
was,
similar. Very similar.
and so what has happened now is I've made it. I'm 30, say 30 hours in. I made it to the abandoned mines. I'm in the abandoned mines. I've only gotten off Power Pix's walkthrough one time, but the
Mhm.
problem is that is a trophy walkthrough. That is
Okay, yeah,
not
yeah.
a, hey, this is your recommended level. So right now, I'm like 8 levels below where I need to be in the abandoned mine,
Oh
and it's
man.
awful.
Yes.
I don't,
Went
Yeah.
straight to the boss.
dude,
Feel like
it's terrible. And so,
everybody's using, yeah, because I'm using the same guide, and I'm just like, whoo, like, I definitely have to farm and gear up and get my experience, and
hmm
um, yeah, but I'm loving it though. It's so
yeah,
good. The story's so good so far, and I'm loving all of the characters in my party. It's
yeah.
just so good.
Thankfully, there is a little bit of a way you can farm, but I need to get deep enough into the abandoned mine in order to
Hmm.
get it. Because there's a creature in the abandoned mine that when you kill it, it gives you a 20 MP potion. And
Yeah.
so you can stock up on those and constantly use your stuff to keep leveling. It's a cycle. So you use the MP potions to heal your party to go back into a fight, to use the MP potions to heal your party to go. It's just a cycle and you just keep repeating it. But
Hmm.
what that made me believe is that all these people who played it and got 80 hours on it probably played it in Storyteller.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, I've seen people, like you said, 80, 90 plus hours in, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, y'all have been grinding. Like, how did you guys get this far? What? I'm just so confused. I'm just like, I mean, I'm not judging. Hey, if you want to play it on Storyteller, hey, more power to you. I'm playing it on the normal level, but yeah, it's yeah,
I'm not. I am
it.
playing on easy.
You're playing on easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
For
Nothing wrong with that
listen,
either.
for the start of an Atlas title, first title ever that I've made it this far in,
Mm-hmm.
no, definitely playing on easy. But metaphor has been the topic on this show for like 2 weeks. It was a topic on
Mm-hmm.
y'all's show for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I have her stuff in the description below for her link for X and also the podcast that she is on called the Otter Player Podcast. I have their link also. Zero doesn't have any links because, well, he doesn't have those things. So if you want to talk to Zero, join the Discord.
Discord.
There you go.
And I Discord.
That's metaphor
Set
being
mine
stuck
up
in a
eventually.
town for a locked amount of time to do side quests. Yes, and that's part of the fun. Anyways, all right, so let's see what we have from the chat real quick. I got Hero, big publishers shouldn't be making small games. I disagree because Sony is a big publisher. Astrobot sold millions of, yep, not a small game. I'd say Astro is a small game. Anyways, what up? Sudden power outage. Henry, big pubs are either going to have to make small games or make games as a service. Making one game a gen ain't going to cut it. Exactly, Henry. I actually agree. Okay, so where do we want to start tonight? Jeez. Let's go ahead and let's start with Ubisoft because I am a Ubisoft fan. I'm a Ubisoft hater, all at the exact same time. Because of that, I see this as a good thing, as a comeuppance. I see what has gone on with Ubisoft as them finally getting what they deserve for overcharging for early access, for doing all these other things, for foregoing great storytelling that's cohesive and a narrative across all their franchises like they had before. They have done so many things that have just not been good for their franchises. They haven't cared. They've turned them into money grabs and into cash cows, and that's it. And so finally, because of how Star Wars Outlaws was received, finally, we have hope. We have hope for Ubisoft. At least I do. So this article, it's a quick article. It's from PlayStation Lifestyle. It's from Zarmina Khan. Ubisoft seems done with season passes and early access for now. Following a series of poorly performing, mediocre games, Ubisoft seems to be undergoing some sort of an awakening. The company announced last month that in addition to canceling Assassin's Creed Shadows Season Pass, it's scrapping the game's early access. As a result, Ubisoft has now confirmed a price drop for the game's collector's edition. What's next for Ubisoft games? Well, Ubisoft announced the $50 price drop from $229 down from $279 for Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Recently, in a Discord post, the move came after Star Wars Outlaws bombed, and the company decided to reevaluate its strategies. It's hard to imagine that Ubisoft will never return to season passes and early access since they've become an industry staple in recent years, but for the time being at least, the company seems to have realized that brand power alone isn't enough to sell lackluster games with all the bells and whistles. Ubisoft has a long road ahead if it wants to return to its former glory, though, and dropping season passes and early access plans won't cut it. A number of offices, more than 700 employees, are currently striking after the company decided to force remote workers to upend their lives and transition into an office environment. It's currently facing a lawsuit allegedly sharing users' data with Meta. Then there are reports of a potential buyout after stakeholders expressed dissatisfaction with the founding Guillermo family. To top it off, Ubisoft was left embarrassed after Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition statue revealed an insensitive design that ended up having to pull. Suffice to say, Ubisoft's turmoil is far from over. So, just like with everything good, you get kind of a shit sandwich here. But the problem is the bread, the good part, is the first paragraph and the second paragraph, and then everything else is all the crap that's like that we are all who like Ubisoft, who want them to be better. This is all the stuff that led up to these decisions. This is all the stuff that led up to Outlaws being shit. This is all the stuff that led up to canceling season passes now, stopping early access. Like, this is why would you cancel season passes? Like, is it because you think you're not going to be there, or because you're trying to be consumer friendly? You know, there's a both and that could be going on here. I choose to look at this from, you know what? Here's what happened. All of this shit's gone down. The strikes, the lawsuits, the people who overspend, overbloat. They make all of these stupid claims. They put all of this shit into their games. They make you spend 300 hours in Assassin's Creed Valhalla to get the frickin' platinum. They bloat their games out. They water down their stories. They don't care about the IP. They don't relish it like they used to. They don't take care of their employees because they just became an Assassin's Creed factory. And when you're not pushing that garbage out the door, you're over here looking at Far Cry, seeing how you can make it worse. The one time you try to do something creative and innovative in the past 20 or past 10 years, it turns out being Prince of Persia, and then you kill the studio. So, like, a day of reckoning had to happen. And that's kind of where we're at. I think this, delaying Assassin's Creed, this now coming out, the potential buyout, like, this is their day of reckoning. And the reason why I'm hopeful is because, one, Ubisoft is a massive ass company. I don't see this company falling and dying that fast. Or because of this. I also see it as a chance for them to actually be better. And we're going to talk a little later about Prince of Persia and why that studio closed, but I think it's a chance for them to be better. And now I'm going to start, and I'm going to send it over to the panel. Morgan, let's start with you. What do you think about all of this? Is Ubisoft completely fried in the pan and cooked, or can they come back from this like I'm kind of hoping?
Um, I feel like I'm one of the only people in the community that actually liked Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I platinumed it. Like I finished it. I platinumed it. I
Well,
gave it like a 7.5.
it's
Like,
not just the community though. It's global. It was not received
yeah,
well.
that's what I mean. Like at least as far as the game community, but yeah, obviously, everywhere, the entirety of gaming, didn't like, Star Wars Outlaws, and that's fine. I respect people's opinions. I get it. But as far as like Ubisoft goes, I'm, putting Star Wars Outlaws and my enjoyment of it right to the side. This has been a day of reckoning for Ubisoft because quite honestly, they've just been going down a path of mediocrity, at least, to me, for the past, I don't know, it's felt like it's been this way ever since they made the switch for Assassin's Creed to be a more of an RPG. Not that was bad, but that was around that time was when Ubisoft kind of fell off or started to fall off for me. Well, I can't say that, probably before that, because it's just I'm one of the old school Assassin's Creed fans. Like, I was there for Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3. Like, I loved it. I was there for the lore. Okay, Desmond. Like, that was
yeah, we damn sure weren't there for the eavesdropping missions. Yeah, we definitely weren't there for those stupid ass missions.
The best. Like, it was when Assassin's Creed was fun when you were,
doing assassin stuff.
Doing the assassin stuff, but also out in the real world as playing Desmond was just as fun. Like, figuring out what, if the Templars were on his ass next, like the suspense of wondering what was going to happen when he got out of the machine, right? Like, oh, they have to move somewhere else because they're coming, that whole dual story with Assassin's Creed was amazing. Mm-hmm. And then, as we know, they killed him off. And then I was like, oh, so it's like, that's the end of Assassin's Creed. Oh, okay. But then it kept going, and I was like, oh, so we're doing this without Desmond. Okay. And
then people rioted for years.
Wait, we're still continuing this? Like, there's no Desmond anymore, and there's like, it seems like you guys really don't care to continue at least the story of, what happened with the apple, and like, what happened with all, with everything that escalated and got to the point where Desmond died. And I'm just like, I don't even know the chick who's in the machine now. Like, I don't give two craps about her. I think I didn't even finish Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, it was just, the open world was too much. I couldn't figure out what to do next. It was too much BS in it. It was just way too much, and I did not like it. And I think we were out of the machine all of one or two times. Each time it was for like 5 minutes for her to get something to drink and take a shot or something and go back inside. I was like, what was the point of us even getting out?
Right, like, because in Origins you had like the emails and the files and like the stuff that you could try to find, and like it all tied back in, and it just like, oh, it gave me so much hope. Go ahead.
About this shit the way I cared about Desmond. Like, who is she? I don't know who she is or why she's fighting. We knew what Desmond was fighting for, why he was doing this. I don't know her motives. Who is she? I don't care. I'm like, you might as well just keep me in the past the entire game, because I could care less when she comes out the machine. I don't know who she is. I don't care to know who she is, because y'all, like, I think she's the same character that's been in at least the last 2 Assassin's Creed, but I couldn't tell you who she is. So apparently they don't care for us to know who she is. So I'm just like,
it was Layla. It was Layla Hassan. Yeah, Layla Hassan. Yeah. So
because I had no idea.
I know, because I loved Origins. I thought Origins was a home run.
I really liked Origins. I did. I really liked Origins.
I
liked Origins,
felt
and I liked the one before that, the ones with the Greek.
Odyssey.
You liked Odyssey?
I liked Odyssey. Yeah, I did like Odyssey. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't like it as much as Origins.
Did you play Immortal Phoenix
Rising? I liked Odyssey a lot more than Valhalla. No, I didn't.
Okay, so you need to go play Immortal Phoenix Rising. and
Hmm.
then realize that both of those games came out right around the same time, and one of them
Yeah.
is clearly the better Greek game.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've heard nothing but praise about Mortal Phoenix Rising,
it's
so
so good,
you
and the
might be
fact
right.
it's not getting a sequel is bullshit. It's so
Yeah, it
fun.
seems Ubisoft has that pattern of releasing really highly praised games and be like, we're good on the sequel.
So
But yeah, okay, so I went on a rant. I'm sorry about Assassin's
no,
Creed.
you're fine. Zero. What do
Uh,
you think, man? Do you
yeah.
think this is a day of reckoning? Do you think you're an RPG guy? So like, what? This is like your alley. What are you hoping? Did you play Outlaws?
I didn't play Outlaws, but this entire situation of Ubi is just yeah, it's indeed the day of reckoning, and then retribution is not far behind. And this entire situation is so funny because this this situation started because of Skull and Bones. You know that quadruple A game, triple A pirate game, whatever the hell that is. Yeah, that all started from there. And then I kind of agree with Morgan that Assassin's Creed kind of lost its luster after Origins. I mean, like Origins is like the birth of the assassins and all that. And then the Odyssey was the beginning of the Order of the Ancients, which is the
Yes.
modern day Templars. And yeah, this entire situation is just so funny because it's like L after L after L after L. It's just L after L. I mean, I'm even so sad right now. Far Cry 6. I mean, what the hell is that game?
That was garbage.
What? Yeah, what the hell did they
I
do
wanted
with
it
that?
to work so bad too because I love the villain, the actor who
Yes.
plays the main bad guy. So I was like, oh man,
Carlos. It's Carlos something, isn't it?
Carlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
yes.
like,
Um,
he's so good, and he's such a good bad guy. But like, damn,
it's such a miss. Like what?
I don't know. Like,
It,
my
yeah,
biggest
he was.
thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, continue,
No, no,
continue.
no. You go. You
I'm
go.
sorry.
Morgan and I have talked a lot. You go.
Yeah, yeah, Giancarlo in that Far Cry 6 is just such a miss. Like you can only see him for like a few times, and then like, oh, here's the end of the game, and then you'll and then you don't even have to kill him. He's just die in a cutscene. Like, oh my god, is this how Far Cry now is? Like, oh, man. Yeah,
Like,
and yeah, and that's really what happened to like everything
so do
is
you think
in
they're
with
gonna
you.
be able to turn it around, or do you think they're fully cooked?
They're cooked, bro. They're so cooked that I don't know. They're gonna be ashes by the time that they are done with all this. That
Okay.
50,
So, so you're
yeah,
like going
that
scorched
50.
earth on him, is what you're doing. You're just going like scorch the whole thing.
Oh
It's all
man,
dying.
yeah.
But yeah, the recent actions really says all that. And that $50 price tag that they did on the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. Yeah, I think that was just for them, like please buy us. We're the good guys now.
So
Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna do that voice again.
yeah.
That was so bad.
So
But yeah, that's
I
what happened.
think I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I'm playing through Mirage right now, right? Like I say that. I'm playing through Metaphor, I'm playing through Mirage. I just bought Awakening, Astral Blade. I have not even launched the games that I have downloaded, which are Final Fantasy 1 through 6, and I bought War Mastered, Darksiders 2, and Darksiders 3, all in the last like 10 days. So it's going to take me a little bit to get through some of these games, but I have about 20 hours,
Yeah, a
I
little bit.
think. Yeah, I'm fucked. I have about 20 hours in uh, Mirage. It's really fun. I really like the game. I like the gameplay. I like the fighting. I like the tight knit, the close quarters, the feeling like I'm playing Assassin's Creed 1 through 4. And I'm sorry, uh, Assassin's Creed 1 and then the Ezio trilogy. Uh,
Hmm.
to me, those are 1 through 4, and I don't count a lot of the ones after. But, anyways, I'm absolutely loving it. It feels like the older games. with none
Yep.
of the good story to go with it.
Okay. Yes. I
Like, do you know what
agree.
I mean? Like, it's
Yes, I played it. I platted it, and like you said, I love the feel of it. I love the gameplay aspects of it. Like you said, it reminds me of the old what I missed from the old Assassin's Creed, which is you
yes,
actually being an assassin, you actually doing parkour, you actually moving through the city, blending in with the environment, blending in with the people, doing your kills and leaving. That's what that's what it was about. So yes, that feeling, correct. But the story, like I kept kind of fading in and out of almost like consciousness with the
yeah.
story. Like I was just kind of there and I was like, wait, what happened? Who?
Listen, if it
Who died?
wasn't for the master's voice in there, I would skip
Yes.
all the dialogue
Yes.
because
Yes.
her voice could sing me a
My
lullaby or could
girl.
like read to
My
me.
girl. I love
Like
her.
I
I
need
love her.
her and James Earl Jones to narrate a book for me, and I would
Yo,
be
you know how epic
set.
that would be? You know how epic
Well,
that would
like,
be? Yo,
well, considering
I'm about to
James
hit her
Earl
up.
Jones
Like,
died like a year ago, it would be super epic.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
I think they got an AI of his voice though. I think they
yeah.
recorded it for some Star Wars stuff or something. But
Okay,
yeah,
so that's
I
that's
completely agree though.
that's kind of why I'm like, I know they have it in them to make the gameplay is there. Everything they need to make a game is there. It doesn't need to look better. It doesn't need to perform. Take what you have and hire some actual good writers. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
That's it. Just keep what you have and hire good writers. As a matter of fact, shut down everything until you hire new writers. Because the ones you have right now absolutely suck. And the people, here's the deal. Let me read something to y'all from my, because I had a video that I put up on Assassin's Creed Mirage. It was my first impressions. I bought it for $25, and I asked the question, is it worth $25 a year later? I go into how there's no real world connection, at least to the point where I'm at in the game, and I think I'm about halfway through. And there's a guy on here, and not only him, so I'm not just blasting him, but there were several who said all of the real world timelines were a waste of time. Big pass. Nowadays timeline here. No nowadays timeline here. More reason to play it. The whole time it felt like, okay, let's get back to the Animus already. You can just send us a mail about the real world stuff pronto. Nowadays, nothing of the mechanics of the game work there. It's too damn slow, boring, and nobody really plays AC games for the nowadays parts. That, like, I love that dude commented, appreciated him, and I had a good little dialogue about it, but, like, that hurts my soul. Like, it hurts me to know that there are people who are like, I don't care about any of the story, just let me go around and murk people. Okay.
Wow.
Like, it's such a bother.
Just
Do what, Zero?
their patience is just way too small for these types of games. Like,
Yeah,
the story and else.
like, the dialogue and metaphor can be gruelingly long. And when you're tired at the end of the night and you have the main theme of the game playing in the background, which is very soothing, and you're in a dialogue scene, it can kind of make you go a little night-night there for a minute. And so you, like, I understand getting caught in dialogue, getting caught in these long things. I get that. And I understand how that kind of does suck when you're constantly being pulled out from this fast-paced action to go into the real world. But, like, it's called world building. Like, there's.
Listen,
Go ahead.
the writing in Metaphor is so good though. Like,
It really
okay,
is.
because we gotta take some of those writers over there. They need to take them to Ubisoft. Need to,
Yeah,
you know,
give
they
them the
learn how-
Ubisoft engine, please,
yeah,
just to
something
tell a story with.
Exactly. I'm enjoying so much the world building in Metaphor. Enjoying learning the backstories of each character in my party. You know why they're where they are and why they decided to join me in my mission. Right. Yeah. Each story for each character was better than the last. It's like yes, of course it's a JRPG, so JRPGs are known for those, those long kind of cutscenes, the long character narrations, the really long world building, but it's always worth it to me, at least, because it adds such great almost purpose to your gaming. Like, okay, man, we're here to defeat that person, our mission, we know why each character is here to do that, and so I'm more focused, and I want to win more than ever against this boss, because they hate him, I hate him, so we're gonna fight him, we're gonna defeat him. And I'm just riled up, like, and I'm always, with Metaphor in particular, like, every time I had to stop playing, like, I'm always thinking about it, like, dang, I had to stop, I have to tell myself to stop, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I gotta get off, I gotta go work tomorrow,
Yep.
I have to make myself get off the game, but I'm in bed wondering, man, oh man, I stopped at a good point, man, where is this story about to go next? Like, oh, we're at the new town, we're in this new area, oh man, what characters are we gonna run into now? Like, what's gonna be the next boss? Like, I'm just so excited. Like, with every turn of each chapter, I'm just excited to see what happens next. And that's what happens when you do good world building, right? You build up that tension, you build up that story, you build up those arcs and those characters. It makes you invested. It makes you want to know what's going to happen next. If I didn't care about the story, like, for example, you mentioned with Mirage, where I didn't give a damn about the story, to be honest, where I was kind of zoning out half the time when they were doing cutscenes or talking. And when I would zone back in, I would be confused as to what was going on.
Well, because the boss breakdown in that game, it's not like it's very intuitive. Like, you don't have to guess what you're supposed to do next. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense? Like, even when you pull up,
it's a checklist. Like,
it's a checklist, right? Yeah, like,
because
you pull up your menu and you have like a big picture and then like 4 little posts that come off of that picture. Well, you go to each 4 of those posts, the picture gets revealed, you kill the guy in the picture, and you move to the next one. Like,
you move to the next. It's
exactly. I don't need to know anything else. It's basically Diablo.
You
I
really don't, and that's the thing about it. That's why you weren't not really invested, because, like you said, you could just go to the menu and be like, okay, I wasn't paying attention to this cutscene, so let me go up here real quick. Okay, they revealed the next enemy. Okay, he's I gotta click the map. Oh, he's in this territory. Okay, let me go ahead and go over there. Let me fast travel over there. Okay, what do I need to do? Oh, it says I need to go to this base, kill these enemies real quick, so he'll reveal himself. Oh, okay. That's just what you do, and that's what you do at Ubisoft. That's why that's the whole stereotypical thing at Ubisoft. It's like, oh, the checklist game, where you just do checklists. That's it. And you get your towers, you do your little endless open world bullshit, and then you checklist off the bosses, and you get to the end of the game. That's
because the story is so dull. So let's go over. Let's talk about something. We're gonna piggyback this, right? Because we're gonna piggyback this into another topic of the show, Horizon. Okay, Horizon. It is also a checklist game. Ghost of Tsushima. 100% a checklist game.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to find all of these things. You're going to check each one off one by one. You're going to see Jin Sakai's butt naked every single time when you walk into the hot spring. You're going to follow every gosh darn fox you find, even if it doesn't lead you to even if it doesn't lead you to a little like shrine. You're still going to follow the fox. You're going to chase up every mountain. You're going to complete every checklist. Yes. Those games are touted as some of the best RPGs, period. They look the best. They play the best. They run the best. They feel the best. The stories are amazing. They've spawned franchises, movies. Like, so why... Now, I will say this. In defense, because I can already hear, I'm not even looking at the computer right now, I can already hear the people in the chat going, well, there's 5,000 Assassin's Creed games, and there's only a couple of the ones you mentioned, so people are probably just tired of the stale Assassin's Creeds. So, what I would say to that is good storytelling and good writing never gets stale.
Oh, yeah.
And if you need proof, The Simpsons have been on the air for 30 plus freaking years.
Yeah.
You don't do that with bad writing. You can only, the only reason why the Friends TV show went off the air, it's because the actors didn't want to do it anymore. The network was going to pay them whatever they wanted to do seasons 11, 12, and 13. And Dave Schwimmer and not Rachel, damn, Jennifer Aniston both said, no, we want to go off and do other things. That's the only reason it didn't get done. Because why? Because the writers are like, man, we can make this work. We can do more. And they would have. They would have done great. Because great writing stands the test of time. Why do we go back and binge watch certain shows or play certain games that have a story element to them? Like, I love the fact that I'm about to get to go back and play Horizon Forbidden West and re-experience that story with the beautiful graphic updates that all happened.
Mm-hmm.
So why
I'm
is
gonna
it?
start at Zero Dawn with the with the remaster.
I am.
And then I'm gonna do Forbidden West, and then
You haven't played them yet?
No, I haven't played the remaster. I'm waiting for my pro to play all these. So I'm gonna start with the remaster, and then the first remaster, then the Forbidden West. I know I played. Wait, hold on, no, wait, hold on. Before somebody says I have played Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, I'm talking about replaying them again.
Replaying them. I was getting so excited for you. I was getting so pumped. I was like, holy shit, you haven't played them yet?
Platinum Forbidden West.
That's freaking awesome.
Those games. I just want to replay them again on the pro.
Done.
Gotcha. Warawana said, great writing is so sparse these days. It really is. It's so bad. Which is why, not once again. Anyway, hang on. I'm not going to go back to that. Let's continue this train of thought. So, what separates those two companies? Because in the realm of my thinking, both PlayStation and Ubisoft probably spend the same amount of money on a Horizon Forbidden West versus Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like, I have to assume that they're both relatively the same. They're 80 to 100 hour long games, big robust stories, tons of side stuff, tons of accessibility features. Presentation's usually good in them, not a lot of bugs. They run significantly decent. Like, it's... So what's the difference? Is it literally just the care and attention that PlayStation puts on their games? And not even PlayStation. Like, that sounds like I'm ball washing PlayStation. Like, that's not what I mean. But let's pick any studio. Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 2. What made those so amazing? And then why did it tank off? Like, does that make sense? Like, there has to be something else here that we're missing.
Yeah. To be honest, I think that the real difference is, like, I think there's some talented developers at Ubisoft, but the problem is the pressure that they get from the top, right? The fact that they have shorter deadlines, right? They have to push and pump these games out every couple years, right? They have to keep the train rolling. Yes, it's different studios, but still, even with the switch offs, they're still under pressure to get these big games out, right? And I think with the way Ubisoft is run, with the way that the people in charge, the family that runs Ubisoft, and from what we've heard about the way they run the company, it puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on the developers, which then in turn, equals a lower quality game, right? That's when you have more bugs. That's when you have features missing day one. That's when certain things don't work the way that they're supposed to, right? I mean, a lot of developers, the Ubisoft developers, were happy when Ubisoft had finally announced the delay for Assassin's Creed Shadows, because they were saying they had been asking for a delay, like, we need more time, right? Where there's stuff that we need to do that we're not going to get done by November. And they had been asking for it for a while, apparently. And the people up top were saying no, right? They got a deadline. We invested money. We wanted, by November. We want it for the holiday sales. We want to get our money back, essentially. We don't want to spend any more money on delay. And with the failure of Star Wars Outlaws, that kind of forced them to reevaluate and be like, you know what? They said they need more time, and we don't need another big loss leader on our hands. So we're gonna give them this delay they asked for. So that's my point. Like the upper management is just not giving these developers what they need in terms of resources, time, and people to get these games to where they want. Like I'm sure they had different visions for what they wanted for these certain games, but when your boss is telling you, no, we're not doing that, or cut that, we don't have the budget for that, or we don't have time for that, like I think this will be cool in the game, no, we're gonna X that. Like it's hard to get your vision out when you're constantly told no, right? Or you're constantly being like, this is a unique idea, but we've done this idea for the last 10 Assassin's Creed. So no, it's cheaper. Just copy paste. Just do that. Don't try to do something new. No. Use the formula I've given you and keep doing it. But like, I think this will be a good idea. No. Use the formula that I've given you. That's what we're doing for this game. And I think that's just why the leadership at Ubisoft needs, honestly, they need to go. But they're not going to, because it's a family-owned corporation. And regardless of whether the CEO steps down, he's just going to hand it to another one of his family members who are already on the board and who are already running things and keeping things the way they are. So it's just like, in order for Ubisoft to change, the leadership is going to have to change.
Yeah.
So
They need to get the Guillermos out of there.
exactly. It's just like they have no plans. I already know they have no plans of going. Like if this acquisition goes through, I'm sure they're going to be working with some deal with Tencent to stay in control. Like, okay, you're going to own us, but we'll still have partial ownership of Ubisoft and last say of what the decisions are made for the games and blah 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 blah. Like, but that's the problem. They are always the story. Every time Ubisoft comes out with some bad news, it's usually associated with that family. Like, they are the problem, and they need to go. Because I think nothing will change until that leadership changes at Ubisoft.
So not to get into the sports world, but I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. That's American football for those who don't know. And our owner is a complete, total, utter moron. He's old. He's senile. He yelled at the media 2 weeks ago. Not even joking. He threatened to have them all fired.
Oh my God.
It's getting worse because they asked him why he passed up on a specific player. And honestly, as a Cowboys fan, I want to fucking know too, to be honest. But like that's when you look at these situations, and Morgan, you hit it on the head, and I didn't even think about it. I was thinking more along the lines of, writers, game design, engine, like what the hell is wrong with them? But you hit it on the head. I'm never quick to go to the leadership. It even took me, you can ask anybody here who's in the chat or anybody who's been on the channel for a while, Zero, you've probably heard me say this. I tried to defend Phil Spencer for the longest fucking time. Like, I tried to sit here and say these guys aren't as dumb as they look. They can't be. They can't be this stupid. They have to be doing this maliciously. And then, no, it turns out, no, they're just that dumb. And, like, I have tried my very, very best to defend certain things that they've done because I don't want to come off as a Xbox is stupid, pay me money type of channel. Like, those channels exist, but that's not what I want. But at the end of the day, it does have to fall back on leadership. And I didn't even think about that. Like, it has to go back to that family. So, maybe a buyout's good. Let's just hope one of the big guys didn't get him. And with that, we're going to go ahead and flip the book on this one. I've already closed out the tab. We're going to go ahead and move on. We have been here for almost an hour. If you're enjoying the content, we got 13 people here and only 8 likes on the video. Can we please get that up to 13? Also, if you're here and you're not subscribed yet, please do so. It's super, super helpful. We got to 600. Got down to 598, got to 599, back down to 598, and now we're back up to 599. So need somebody to bump me up. Dumb and Dumber. Yes, that's very true. Dumb and Dumber. Okay, so Zero, I'm going to give my quick spill on this, and then I'm going to come over to you because you mentioned something earlier. I don't follow Call of Duty. And so you sent me something earlier, and I was like, hey, save that for the show, and I'm not going to say it because you had that thing on lockdown. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with you after I do my little thing, and then I'm going to give it over to Morgan. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. So here's the article. Black Ops 6 has an option to pay for better audio. Yes, you heard that right. Not only are we paid to win, not only are we paid to look cool, Not only are we paid to gain faster experience, but now, if you want to hear better, fuck you, give us money. Like, so, here we go. This is an article from GameSpot.com. Okay? I can't make this shit up. It's too good. So, Black Ops 6 has announced an option to pay for better audio. For $20, you can unlock a personalized audio profile to use with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Guys, that's just the fucking headline. Like, that's just the headline. In the week of its release, it's been revealed that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has an option to pay $20 for personalized spatial audio. The third-party audio tool is built into Black Ops 6 settings menu. It's built in. It's built the fuck in. And will come to Warzone with Season 1. So it's built in. It's fucking there. It's not, hey, I'm going to make my horse out of stripper glitter and rhinestones, and I have to pay $38 to do that, and the rhinestones cost an extra $10 a stone, and this is what I want, and I want my gun to sparkle glitter, and I'm going to pay $100 for that, and then once I do, I have to download it, and it's on there, and then I can use it. No. This is baked in to the game. To the game. To the game. By the way, fun fact, guys, I don't usually read all of my articles before I start them. This is all straight off the fucking dome. They literally bake it in. A screenshot of the audio, now we're back to the article now. A screenshot of the audio menu was shared by Call of Duty content creator Omega on X, formerly Twitter. I hate that when they do that. It's not fucking Prince, guys. Just call it X or call it Twitter. We all know what the fuck you're talking about. It's fine. Showing a pop-up offering a free trial for Embodies Immerse Spatial Audio. The service creates a personalized spatial audio profile based on players' head and ear shape. And it's $20 for 5 years. $5 a year. $4 a year. Sorry. $4 a year.
What?
For Black Ops 6. Okay, so...
Is that Game Pass?
No, listen. Game Pass was $1. The paid service, and they canceled that. The paid service is part of the enhanced headphone mode setting, for which a follow-up screenshot is displayed prominently in the game's audio options. The setting uses a universal profile by default with the option for to pay for a personalized one. Black Ops 6 isn't the only game that offers personalized spatial audio through Embody, but it is one of the only few current partners with the company. Final Fantasy XIV has offered personalized audio through Embody for years, while Cyberpunk 2077 added the option earlier this year. Hey, in the chat, let me ask you, in the chat, did Final Fantasy XIV charge you $20 to have spatial audio? I need to know, because if they did, Square Enix can get fucked on that. That's stupid. That's stupid shit. That's dumb.
So the DPR.
I just gotta know, because I know Josh is a huge FF14 fan, so I gotta know. Because that's something that I missed, because I wasn't doing this when they added that to this, and I would have reamed their ass over the coals for that shit. Sorry, this type of, like, guys, if y'all could see me, like, I feel like my whole body is red right now because this shit pisses me off to no end. Like, it literally, like, I'm literally, like, glistening sweat over here. And so, like, while Embody isn't the only third-party company out there, blah, 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 I already read that. While Embody's game packs aren't overly expensive for a 5-year period, the jury is out on whether they're worth buying at all. Many Final Fantasy XIV players aren't impressed with the audio offering, according to a Reddit post on the subject, and some have pointed out that what Embody provides is not too different from Dolby Atmos, which, by the way, your PlayStation comes with already now. I know that because when I put a game on that has Dolby Atmos in it, the top of my TV pops up a little image that says Dolby Atmos, and I know that I am using all the cool audio features possible. Okay. I'm not going to keep reading this. Actually, yeah, well, it's almost done. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 arrives on October 25th. Really? It's already coming out? Oh, shit. Good job marketing, Xbox. I had no fucking idea. I thought it was next month.
No,
I straight up thought it was next month. Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Xbox marketing is its finest. With preloading available now, if you do if you do want to check it out or check out Embodied's personalized audio options, it's compatible with the PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5 editions of the game. Okay, so are you just as mad about Dolby Atmos's monthly charge? This is a third-party charge. Not that I remember. This is a third-party charge. Yeah, but it's a third-party charge that's set up in the game. It's already set up for the game to use that. And as far as I can tell, two other games already use it and don't charge for it. And I can guarantee you Microsoft is getting some cut off of this the same way that PlayStation's probably going to get a cut off of it if it's bought while playing on a PS5. No, this is dirty shit. So, I'm not giving them a pass on this. Wara, there is no chance in hell that I give them a pass on this. Xbox, no, not Xbox, not Xbox. Microsoft, all the way, their money grabbing asses. This stinks of Satya. This stinks of Nutella. That's what it stinks of. It stinks. It's bad. It has an odor. It's odiferous. It's not good. So, Zero. I know you have thoughts. What are your thoughts, sir?
This is so hilarious. It, you can really see the greed that it had. $20. What the hell is that? Game Pass or something? I don't know. My phone also had like audio profiles and things, and it's free. I don't know what's happening with Microsoft right now. Like, yeah, but yeah, this is kind of like a Satya thing to do. Because why put a paywall on it when like other games actually have it for free? Like I don't even know. And and like we spoke last time, I remember something from that. Uh I don't know if you can pull that up, Thrifty. 20 the because I remember the $20
Oh,
accessory thing that
okay. So you don't
they
actually
did.
remember what you said, though. Okay, hang on. Let me get
No,
this
no.
thing. I'll take it as
Because
yeah.
yeah, because if I remember that time, around the time I think that was Modern Warfare 1 if I remember.
Yeah, let me get this.
That time I believe that they took out the KDA. They took out the kill death in the scoreboard
Yep,
and,
5 years ago.
and yeah, AB 5 years ago.
Hmm.
They took out the kill death assist thing in the scoreboards and they sold you an accessory. $20 just to see your kill death ratio. Like what? Yeah, there we go. I I I remember that one because that was such a that is such one of those controversies back in the day 5 years ago. Charging 20. I don't know about this one.
So they're
I'm
charging
just
$20 for it. Do you think like so we talk about and when we had I can't remember I think it might have been Falky when he was on the when he was on the show he talked about or maybe it was a Nate it might have been a Nate actually talking about the people who for Call of Duty like getting the PS5 Pro even if all it does is makes their response time half a millisecond faster like that's worth it to these guys in Fortnite and Call of Duty and Battlefield and all of these multiplayer shooters. Like, it's worth it to be able to say, hey, I shot you quicker because of my system is better than yours. Like, do you think this is something that people will actually pay for?
depends on the audio files. You know that really wanted the full range audio that Dolby Atmos had. But
Well, and so Henry
I don't
said
think
it.
so.
Henry in the chat said it like this. He said, I'd say that it was dirty if they removed the ability to tweak the audio settings as we have always done before. But since we still can, I really don't care. And that's kind of what you were just saying. If they like took away the audio files, then that would be a problem and people would probably buy it. So Morgan, I'm gonna ask you, what do you play these type of games? I don't. I find it fucking hilarious what happens to the community. I don't play these games. But
Yeah.
what do you think about this Activision charging for this?
Yeah, I kind of stopped, playing COD around like Black Ops 2. Back when Call of Duty used to be good. Um I was big into it back in the day, but I get it. Like, I think the last time I got on it was around 2020. I wanted to see what it was like on the new generation of consoles. Tried it out for a few matches and kind of got off. Then I tried it again for another game because my friend wanted to played a couple matches, got back off. So I'm not deep into Call of Duty now. I don't plan on even getting this one at all. But as far as the $20 charge, it honestly doesn't surprise me. I mean, this is Activision we're talking about. Like, there are so many battle passes and battle packs and skins and things. Like, you can't even open Call of Duty, like the menu, without being bombarded with 68 different things to buy in the game before you start it. You've already invested $70 in the base game, or sometimes 100, 120, depending on which version you bought. And then you open up the main menu of Call of Duty and you're just berated by a splash screen full of buy this, invest in this. You want this pack? What about these skins? Get this season pass. Like, I remember opening up Call of Duty, like I said, in 2020 after not playing it for like 7, 8 years. And I was like confused on how to start the game because the first page is just buying stuff. And I'm like, what? Where's the main? How do I start the game? Move this crap out the way. What are we doing right now? I just want to play the game. I don't want any of these skins. I don't want any of these battle passes. I just want to start. And so them adding another charge to their their like I said, their splurge of charges honestly does not surprise me. It's just another thing they add to the menu to entice you. But do I see people buying it? Sure, because I mean, people spend so much money on Call of Duty. Hey, what's another $20, right? I mean, especially people who think this will give them some type of advantage, right? People are always looking for the like Call of Duty, right? They're looking for some type of advantage, and if I can just tweak the audio just right, and I could use this advanced audio to hear the footsteps, people behind me, or I'll be able to, even more than what I already can, and I can hear the bullets ricocheting, I might get an advantage. So I would not be surprised if people use this, paid for this perk. I think it's like $20 for like 5 years or something. So
It
yeah,
is.
it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. People getting their nice headphones out and trying to personalize their audio so that they can get any slight advantage in this game, especially with the way this new the new Call of Duty is set up with the movement. The movement being everywhere. You can jump backwards, jump forwards, and all kinds of crap, right? You can take people and use them as human shields. So I'm sure any kind of advantage people could use in this game, people will jump on it. But me personally, even if I was playing Call of Duty, I would not buy that. I've used personalized audio before. I've never really seen it as crazy beneficial. Like, I haven't really been able to tell the difference when it comes to games. The only really difference I could tell, and this is not me being biased because I'm a PlayStation player, but I definitely could tell the difference the first time I tried out my PS5 and the spatial audio there, the 3D audio. That I could tell a difference. But going from PS4 to PS5, I was like, oh, this 3D audio is amazing. Like, you could hear everything around you. I remember, like I said, I think one of the first games I booted up, like I said, was Call of Duty. And I heard in the lobby when you're waiting to get into a game, I think you were either in a hangar or on a plane, and there are like boxes tied up to the top of the plane, and every time you hit turbulence, the boxes shake, right? And I remember hearing that for the first time, and I thought something was crashing into my apartment. I was like, what the? I had to look up. I had to take my headphones off, and I was looking around. I was like, what the hell was that sound? Because I thought something was caving in, and it was just in the game because the boxes are on top of your head, so when they shake, you hear it. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. It honestly sounded like it was on top of my head. So that was a big jump, but yeah, I'm not paying for no spatial audio like for $20. Yeah, I'm good on that. Activision, they're the kings of some added fees. So I'm not really, like I said, I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. I'm sure they're going to be more before Call of Duty launches. That they're going to be like, oh, here's something extra to
I mean, it can't be much more shit. It comes out in 2 days.
Listen, we're gonna add a pack to silence the padding on your feet so people can't hear you or something. Like you anything. I just would not be surprised.
So
It's it's Activision. So
one of the things I love is what Henry said in the chat, because Henry said they're gonna pay that $20 just to get shit on by me while I'm not even wearing headphones at all.
facts. And that's the type of people who are gonna buy this,
Right.
right?
It's
the noobs, people who suck at the game, right?
Guys, what it
gonna be
is,
them.
it's the dude going to the basketball court with the Jordans, the Pippen jersey, the Nike shorts, full and one socks. I don't even know if and one is a good brand anymore, but like the and one socks, like just doing his thing, looking the
Arm
part
sleeves, leg
all
sleeves,
the way.
headbands.
His fit cost him $1,000, and 600 of that was from the Air Jordans. Like, he is on fire.
It's gonna be the dude with the crappy internet and the one skull candy earbud in his ear, whipping the
Whipping your
guy who
ass.
bought that Dolby or the audio pack. He gonna be whipping his ass with the one little earbud. He's still playing with a PS4 controller. He's lagging like a motherfucker, but he's still able to kill this dude who paid extra for this spatial audio. He don't even hear this guy. This man's flying through the air, just doing all kinds of things. That's the people who buy this type of things. The people who feel they need this because they're just not naturally good at Call of Duty.
Henry just said, and one? Thrifty is old as fuck. Yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. If you noticed, I mentioned Jordan, and one, and Nike. Like, what?
This man fresh on the court.
I grew up in the 90s. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't. That's all I know. That's it. I don't know anybody else. Nobody else makes basketball stuff except Jordan, Nike, and one. I don't care about anybody
He'll
else.
be doing his best not to crease his Jordans while he out there on the court.
Not to crease his Jordans.
He said, whoa, don't run up on me, bro. Don't run up on me.
Don't
man.
run
These
up on
dudes,
me.
hold
Don't do
up.
it. Don't do it. All right, so let's get into some PlayStation news, because we've talked a lot about things that are outside of PlayStation. This is a PlayStation channel. Let's get into some PlayStation news. So I did a poll on YouTube, and 31 people, I think it was 31. Here, let me pull that crap up real quick. Hang on.
Let's go!
Holy crap, somebody just hurt my earball. What happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, Hinzu subscribed. There we go. I was like, what happened? I heard the let's go. Hey, man, appreciate you subscribing, dude. Hey, you're number 600. Are you 600? Did we just hit 600 live? Hey, we just hit 600 live. Dude, you rock, man. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can...
$5.99 for me.
Is it still $5.99?
Nah, maybe I just need to.
No, it says 600. It says 600. You ain't taking this away from me, damn it. It says 600 right there. We're not... We're not... Well, let me see. What can I do?
Subscribe so I can mess that number up really quick.
Yeah. I'm happy. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Sorry for y'all's eardrums. My bad, guys. Okay, so here's the poll I did. All right, I did a poll like a stripper. 33 votes, okay? I said, does the idea of new IP from Naughty Dog excite you, or would you rather have a sequel to an existing IP like Last of Us or Uncharted? I have the results on the screen, and I'm going to tell y'all, 82% of the 33 people who voted, I say about 50% of that number, y'all lie like a dog. Y'all lie, y'all lie, y'all lie, and I know because your video game purchases tell me you do. The games that succeed and fail tell me that you're lying. Or maybe the 33 people who voted, maybe 82% of them are all the people who are like, nah, man, I love supporting new IP. I love hopping in here day one. I love getting on the ground floor. I love doing those type of things. Okay. Sure. How many new IP come out every year and fail? And how many times when a studio makes a new IP do people say, man, I just wish they would have done what they did before? Anybody even remember Cyberpunk 2077? Really good game now. Did a whole lot of shit to make it that way. Released Phantom Liberty. Won the hearts of millions upon millions.
Oh
upon
yes, I
millions.
love Cyberpunk.
Like,
Hmm.
does anyone remember how that game came out? Does anyone remember the horse shit that game was? Does anyone remember that folks were like, why in the hell would CD Projekt Red go from third-person action-adventure RPG to a first-person shooter RPG? Like, what in the hell are they doing? Why are they doing this? Because our first initial reaction is not to support brand new IP from established studios. Our first reaction is to go, oh, but I wanted a Jack and Daxter. Oh man, I wanted Uncharted 4. So do I. But like, these studios at one point gave us new IP, and we fell in love with it. Naughty Dog started, Uncharted. They started The Last of Us. And so gamers are fickle as hell. And my 10-year-old, once again, guys, join the Discord. I sent something, my family and I went on a walk last night. I got off a little early. We went on a walk down through the park to the Chick-fil-A that's at the end of the park. And we stopped in, had some food, and on the way back, my son is talking about how they added something into Minecraft. He's a Minecraft junkie, plays that shit all the time. Like, whenever he cannot play Minecraft on his Switch, dude tweaks. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's bad. We're like getting him away from it just to like give him a little bit of a cleanse, because the dude is like, it's really, really, really bad. So, anyways, he was talking about a new update they did. And in the update, he was talking about how they did the update and people are complaining because they did it this way and they did it that way and they just wish they would have left it alone. He goes, but then again, they would complain if they didn't do anything. He goes, I just don't understand why gamers just aren't happy. I was like, bro, like, this is my 10-year-old. He doesn't watch my channel. He doesn't listen to Daddy's podcast because there's language in him. Like, this is out of the mouth of a 10-year-old going, why can't gamers just be happy? So, when
Out of the mouth of babes.
right, like 10 years old, and he's talking about this from a Minecraft perspective. And so, I'm sitting here, and stuff like this pops up, and granted, everybody said new IP all day. 18% said show me gameplay. 0% said give me that sequel. But the problem is when new IP drops, we are so skeptical. Sales for it are usually really low. In relatively speaking, like new IP, Stellar Blade even came out this year, brand new IP, and its sales crossed over 1 million. Awesome, great, because it's a new IP. That's awesome. But like, guys, if we want these studios to be experimental, to try new things, to give us new stories, then we have to, and I mean have to, really support them. If it's, let's say this game comes out and it's like, yeah, it's an action adventure set in this genre and it's going to be great. And you're like, dang, I love space games and it's a space game, right? Then try it. Buy it. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is. If you say you want new IP from these studios, you just want them to show you something new. I'm so tired of all the same old shit. I do not want to see a Last of Us Part 75. Like, I don't care. I am done. I want something new. And I will buy whatever they put out that's new. As long as it's not first person. Anyways, but that's a different story. But, like, I don't know. So, Morgan, I'm going to start with you first. Gamers are fickle as hell. Naughty Dog has a new IP. It's supposed to be an open world with a lot of player freedom, quote unquote, from the gamer. This is an article from the gamer. And the key takeaways, Naughty Dog's working on a brand new IP. Nothing's been concrete. MinMax founder Ben Henson, the announced title said will have a lot of player freedom. This is particularly interesting considering how Naughty Dog has made a name for itself with linear third-person games. So does this excite you?
Well, I'm a Naughty Dog fan, so I'm always excited to see something new from them. I think a lot of us, especially, have been fiending. We've been fiending for something Naughty Dog ever since The Last of Us Part 2, right? And then the unfortunate news that the multiplayer had been canceled, right? And so all of us are just wondering, what is Naughty Dog's next project, right? Naughty Dog, despite what people have to say online about their feelings for The Last of Us Part 2, okay, Naughty Dog is goated. All right. I don't think anybody can sit here and try to be like, well, I mean, listen, I understand the story was divisive for some and people, kind of split people. Some people liked it, some people didn't, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, we're not going to sit here and say the quality of that game wasn't superb.
Oh no, it was
Okay.
amazing. Perfect quality.
Amazing quality. So as far as like your question of, new IP versus old IP, I've always, and I've said this, multiple times, especially on our podcast, I've said that my feelings towards studios, especially when it comes to PlayStation studios, is I'm about the formula of I want 2 games from you, like the first game, then its sequel, and then if you want to move on to another IP, I'm down for it, right? I'm about that because and some people they don't like that. They want like 3 or 4 of their favorite game. They want a continuation. They want a lineage. But this is how I feel, right? I'm always for developers doing something new, working on a new IP. Because for me, and when you think about it, we would have never, received Uncharted if Naughty Dog didn't drop Jack and Dexter, right? We would have never gotten The Last of Us if Naughty Dog didn't take a break from Uncharted, right? Each game that we've gotten is because the developers were like, we want to work on something new, right? And each one, and even if we look at a different studio, we never would have gotten Ghost if Sucker Punch didn't, put Infamous on the shelf, right? So I'm always excited when developers just want to, whether it's pausing a game or pausing an IP or, completely dropping the IP and working on something new. I'm always for developers working on something new because, I just think to myself, I would have never gotten the games I loved, if they hadn't stopped making another game that I love. Like I really love Uncharted, but I also really love The Last of Us. So who knows, this next IP, I could really love it too. I don't want to hinder developers and hinder, creativity because I'm just so fixated with one particular IP. I these are talented people who are coming up with new stories, new characters, new worlds for us to explore. So why would I want to hinder that when I could get something that I love even more, right? What if it's an IP that we all enjoy even more than The Last of Us or even more than Uncharted? So I'm excited, right? I want a new IP. And I love The Last of Us. I would love a Last of Us 3, but I also would love a new IP as well. So if they want to pause, because I think Neil in particular, I think in an interview or in his the documentary they did about the making of The Last of Us Part 2, he was saying, initially he didn't have a vision for what the third part would be, so he was just kind of putting it on hold. But now he feels like he knows where the third part would be. And so there's still that possibility that we'll get The Last of Us 3. And I think that there's a big possibility because that was kind of the last little thing that was said in the documentary, is kind of like the hook at the end. So it seems like we will get a part 3 eventually, but the idea of something new from a talented team like Naughty Dog and the things that we've seen them be able to do over the generations, it just gets me so freaking hyped. Like I'm all for it. And if it's something with player freedom, I'm willing to let Naughty Dog stretch their legs, even with things that, aren't necessarily that is under their purview. Like, we see them with more linear games, but this one, if the rumors are to be believed, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit more open than linear. If that's what Naughty Dog wants to do, hey, I'm going to give them that chance. I think they deserve that chance. And I think, we can get something great from them, whatever it ends up being. I think people are hinting that it's going to be some kind of fantasy setting, supposedly.
Yes, that's the rumor, is that it's fantasy. So
that's the rumor, right?
here's what Warwana said. He said, new IP from Naughty Dog. You are in a world where you are a teacher reading a book. That book,
oh, man.
The Last of Us. And you got to read it to the class and tell them how they should feel about the story.
Yo. Yeah, we can have a whole classroom debate about The Last of Us, man.
Then
Should he have done it? Should he have kept Ellie from being the cure? Should Abby have, did what she did? Blah blah.
It's gonna be Last of Us, like the What If series, like
discussions.
what happens?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. But yeah, that's how I feel with new IPs, not just with Naughty Dog, but that's how I feel with new IPs in general. Like, I'm all for it, and I'm one of the people who actually supports. Like, I bought Prince of Persia. Okay, that was a really good game, and that was one of Ubisoft's best games in a long time. And it's sad because, but I get it. Not everybody likes the the Metrovania platformer style, so that's not as big and mainstream, as what they're known for, the big AAA open world game. So people didn't necessarily want to give it a chance. But like you said, people keep screaming that they want creativity, that they want a step back from the AAA, that, these budgets are overblown, and these worlds are over bloated, and if they just focus on making a smaller game with a good story, people would support. But we see that's not what people do. I mean, we saw people clapping and cheering, and awards being given to studios like Tango Gameworks with Hi-Fi Rush. And I bought Hi-Fi Rush when it was released on PS5, and I haven't gotten able to finish it because when it came out, some other games I was playing, but I played the first couple levels on it, and it was good. And I plan on going back and getting the plat for that, when I have time to get to my backlog. But that's my point. People aren't supporting. Like, everybody wants to talk about games like this and tweet about it and say, oh man, they did such a great job, it's so different, this is what we need, this is the creativity we need. You see, you don't need to have a multi-million-dollar, $100 million budget to make a great game. See what you can do with short time and a short budget, and people tweeting about it and all kinds of stuff. But then when the data comes out, we see people aren't actually buying the games, right? They're not supporting them. They're not doing what they said they're doing online. And that's the problem. People talk too much and want to be a part of the zeitgeist, want to be part of the conversation, but they don't actually want to participate with the games, right? Which is why Tango got closed, which is why we're not going to get a Prince of a
Prince of Persia 2. Yeah.
This is why we're not getting these things, because people love to talk and love to tweet and love to seem like they're so different. Oh, I want this and I want that. But all you guys are supporting the games that you claim y'all don't want, right? The games that are selling the most are these live service regurgitated garbage that we get every year. Those are always the games on the top of the sales charts that people claim they're so tired of, right? I don't like that. Why do they keep releasing live service? Why do they keep releasing these same games over and over again? That's because that's what you guys buy. And then people get upset when these publishers are releasing remasters and remakes. You know why? Because that's the safe bet. That's an easy way. It's a low risk way they can get a lot of money, right? I could just remaster this game that came out 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago that did really well, up the graphics for the new current gen.
Jesus.
And that'll give us a way to get money without having to invest a huge amount, right? And then people are buying it. So it's like, this is why these things are happening. This is why we're getting these remasters and remakes. This is why all these studios and publishers are releasing live service games, right? It's why we're getting so many sequels and not that many original games. It's because original IPs, they are risks. They're huge risks, especially when they cost multiple hundreds of millions of dollars, and people don't want it, right? I mean, Star Wars obviously isn't original, but that's an original story, and that tanked, right? That IP, the licensing for the IP alone probably cost Ubisoft a lot to get Star Wars, right? And that's a lot of money down the drain, right? We got Concord failing for Sony, right? That was a lot of money down the drain. As these new IPs, these new things, it costs a lot. And so publishers are weighing the pros and the cons. They're weighing the risks versus the reward, and they're seeing, what is happening with the actual money, with the actual profits. People talk one way that, oh, we want things, but then when it comes down to your wallet is showing a different thing, which is why I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what you tweet and what you say. The publishers, the businesses, they're looking at the spreadsheets. They're looking at what you guys are spending on. They could give a crap if you cry about Call of Duty every year. They could give a crap if you cry about 2K every year. They could give a crap if you cry about Madden every year, because millions of you people are still buying it anyway. So they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna listen to your cries. Oh, we're so tired of this game. We're so tired of that live service crap. No, you're not, because
Right.
every year that's at the top of the NPD list every single year. So it doesn't matter whether you bitch about it on Twitter or not, because the numbers don't lie. People are buying this stuff, and until people start buying the smaller, more creative projects, and that's what the money is showing, then we're going to see more and more of this, where we see all the time where indie studios having to close each and every day, right? Studios are getting shut down because these creative games that y'all so-called lift up, y'all are not buying. So it is what it is. I'm just get so mad because people talk about it all day, but then they don't actually support it. So it's like, if you're not supporting these games, if you don't really care, I need y'all to just to be quiet, because y'all just want to be part of the conversation. You just want to be part of that. Oh, I think I'm a better gamer because I play unique games. I play, the games you guys don't know about. I play those creative games that people push to the side. I'm an indie gamer. No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't care about these games. You don't. You just want to be part of the conversation. You want to get those clicks. You want to get that attention. You want to get those retweets. But y'all are not supporting these games. Y'all not. That's not what the money is showing. Like, it's sad though, because these games are so freaking good, and I love AA games. I love single A games. They're some of the most creative games out there. They're some of the most unique games,
Morgan,
right?
Hold that thought real quick. Sorry, hang on. Hold that thought.
No. Go ahead.
Stephen Leon with the 5 members twice. Holy crap. Rob Gomez, Maniolas got hit. Holy crap, Maniolas.
Oh, damn.
Dang, hell yeah. J Gamer UK, Ice Queen Gaming. She is actually a new sub to the channel, I believe. She's so yeah, sweet. Glad to see her that she got one. Angelo Gamita. And then another 5 going for Nassim Waja, Maddie Beast, Diablo Dark Matter, Buddy Hall, and Andrew Smith. Steven, I super appreciate that. You did not have to do that. And then Jez is in the chat with the Gaming Grindhouse. Shout out to Thrifty, Zero Steel, and crew. Hit that like. He has been a member for 5 months. Super appreciative of that. He was actually, I think he was within the first 5 members of the channel, so he's been here for a while. He shouted me out on his podcast tonight. He didn't have to do that. I didn't ask him to end early or to end when I started. Super appreciative of you, Jez. That's what that mutual respect is, man. And I am so baffled by the community here. Leech, $13.99. Priscilla T. Also... Priscilla T said, I came here for Morgan. And then she just let that sit.
Hello, Priscilla.
She just let that sit, and then 10 messages later, also my Thrifty Wednesday night podcast. Yeah, I'm a second thought. It's fine. I know I am. It's okay. I know that whenever I bring Morgan on, that she is the star of the show. That's fine. But yes, chat is going absolutely bananas tonight. I am floored. Emmanuel Garbage, I don't, okay. So yeah, thank y'all so much for that. I cannot believe that. So Morgan, you just spit everything that I could have said. No, you are totally fine. Because here's the... Zero, please talk, please. Oh shit, hang on. JC 2013, member for 4 months, right behind you, Jez. LOL, great content, Thrifty. Keep it coming. Hey, any topic I don't hit tonight, be on the lookout in the next few days for a video kind of covering it. Because, Lord Jesus, like I said, we haven't even closed out. We can close out Naughty Dog. We can close out Prince of Persia. But guys, I still have 2, 4, 6. I still have 7 topics, and another one just came through. So Lord Jesus, I came from there to here. Sorry, Thrifty. Dude, no big deal. At the beginning of the show, Outsider Gaming Night said that he hopped over. Jez was about to end, and he hopped over. And he's sitting there, and I'm like, dude, if Jez is on a rant, you need to head back over there, laugh your ass off, catch the rant, and then come back. Guys, there is no harm, no foul between my show and Jez's at all. And honestly, if I didn't have a show starting, I was in his chat laughing my ass off 10 minutes before my show. So, no big deal whatsoever. Okay, so... Zero. Sorry I cut you off, sir. Please, do you have anything to add to this?
Nah, I was quiet back there because Morgan was cooking.
She was cooking, not cooked, like Ubisoft. Cooking.
Yeah.
It's totally different. Like, jeez. She absolutely nailed that. And that is actually so. I have been on this one game since I think it was announced in February or March. And so here's what happened, right? This game comes out, it gets announced February, March, and I just got done talking up how much I loved Fist. Fortune, holy shitballs. Holy crap. All right, hang on. Hang on, I did this earlier. We're going to do it again. Holy crap, dude. Steven Leon with the 10 gifted members. Holy shit. Jez said he's going back to Mondays. CB3, Play Beyond, Neil Augusto, Dylan Rafferty, Rays. Hey, Rays, another member of the Discord. Fook YouTube. Absolutely agree. Rash. I'd get that checked out. Awesome 101, GRH44. Holy crap. And Priscilla, she might be baking, but that's not what this show is about. So, we're just gonna not talk about how baked we are or are not on this show, okay? So, anyways, Steven, I cannot believe that. Holy crap. I'm done. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Game had it. Oh, yes. Anyways, the game was an indie title. It was a Steam title, and it was coming to the PlayStation, or at least I thought it was a Steam title. And I'd been so excited about it. It was one of the ones from the showcase that because of Fist and because of the like that type of game, like that Metroidvania, I was like, oh, this looks sick. And Stellar Blade had come out and had a beautiful main character, and this game had a beautifully drawn main character. And I was like, okay, this is what the hell happened now? Morgan, you did not have to do that. She said, hit the like button, chat, Morgan with the $9.99. Holy crap. Guys, we are having a freaking party. We are having a party in here. Look at this shit. The whole top of the chat is different colors. Like, y'all see that shit? Hit that like button. Do something here. Thank you, Warawana, for putting that from the description into here. It is in the description below. So sorry. I am not even... yes, she is at Chill Bandit on X. For anybody who wants to follow her, go check that out. And so... the game, anyways, it's called Awaken Astral Blade. It is from a small studio. It is from a very small studio. The game is $25, and it came out the other day. And I have been waiting, I have been wanting, and I cannot tell you how excited I was to finally get to purchase the game full price, knowing damn good and well I am knee-deep in the shitstorm that is my quest for kingdom in metaphor. Like, I have no business buying another game. None. None. Like, at all. Let's go! Holy crap. Okay, hang on. Hey! Nate, I thought you were subscribed. I thought you were... Nate! Have you really not subscribed till just now? Huh. Well, Nate, dude, welcome. Is that a different Nate?
I think so. It's a different Nate, I think.
I don't know. Okay, anyways. Hey, thank you for subscribing. It's Tony P. Nate. Oh, it's an alt account. Oh no, I hear it now. Thrifty got all of his subscribers because of alt accounts. It's actually only one person. Anyways, I get the game, but why did I buy the game? Zero. Tell me, why did I buy the game when I already have 400 hours of other games that I just purchased? Why did I buy it?
Number one, it's good. Number two, I think it's in the genre that you really absolutely love.
Nope. Think about what we've been talking about. People who do not support new IP from smaller
Ah, I see.
studios or from studios in general. Why would you purchase a game that you know for fact you're not going to get to for a little bit?
Yeah. I think what you meant is like you were supporting the
Hmm.
developer for it. I
That's
mean,
that's
I checked out my
yeah,
phone.
yeah. That's
See what the
absolutely
game.
right. That's absolutely right. I bought it because I want to support the developer because I like those type of games. Now, is the game perfect? Absolutely not. She kind of moves like she has sand like weighting her down. It's not it, her movement's kind of jerky. Everything else about the game is amazing. The movement takes a little bit to get used to. And that's just with like the 20, 30 minutes I played with it last night. Not a lot of fluidity to it. Outside of that, though, environments look great, runs great, smooth, buttery, looks pretty. It's $25. I. Emmanuel, you have a good
What's
night, dude. And so, like, really good. But people need to support new IP or stop bitching about remasters, remakes, re releases, redos, reskins, whatever. Why? Mm, people have been saying, well, why if they weren't going to do Ghost of Tsushima 2, why in the heck did they do Ghost of Yotai? Because if they did another title right this second, nobody would buy it and they would be pissed off that they're not getting another Ghost. So what did they do? They didn't want to tell any more of Jin Sakai's story. It was done. And they're like, well, shit, everybody wants a Ghost too. God dang it, we got to do something. And so because we have to do something, we're going to get Ghost of Yotai. And that's not to say it's going to be a bad game. Like I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be terrible. I'm just saying people wonder why they switch or they went to that instead of telling Ghost of Tsushima 2 or continuing Jin's story or just going to a totally different IP. It's like Morgan said, do you realize how terrifying it is for these devs to go to a different IP?
Yeah?
Like,
There's a lot of factors that needs to be like considered whenever like a new IP is. Like first off, it's like who is gonna buy the game? And it's gonna be a new IP. Yota is a well established now because we got Ghost, but yeah, it's a different story with a I think a new no, not I think, but a new character and some new weapons. And that's pretty much like a new IP, right? But yeah,
but they labeled
going
it Ghost. So,
yeah, but they label it Ghost. But it's still a new IP. No, not a new IP, but rather like a new, fresh set of story. Because, as you said, Ghost is pretty much done. I think. I mean, there's still like the second invasion of Mongo, but yeah, I think Sucker Punch is pretty much done with Ghost of Tsushima now, and they're ready to move on.
yeah, and it's one of those things that I just want people to realize the things that we gripe about as gamers, we don't really put our money where our mouth is most of the time. We just want something to bitch about. And listen, I've been guilty of this too. I griped up one way and down the other, not just reporting on the news, but griped that uh, Jedi Survivor got released in a broken state. And I went hard on it for like 2.5 shows. And so it got to the point where I was angry about a game that I wasn't even buying at the time. Like I wasn't even gonna play it. Like I had to wait anyways to get it because I'd already bought my three full $70 games for that year and already had them laid out, and I wasn't gonna buy another full price $70 game, and I wanted to get that game on sale, and like I'd already done my whole process. But I sat there and I was angry, and I started bitching and complaining, and then people inevitably look at me and go, "Did you play it?" Well, no, I haven't yet. Then shut the fuck up. Like Sure, report, do what you got to do, read the article, let folks know how shitty that is that companies can't get right, but stop griping. It don't
Yep.
affect you. Like Henry in the chat earlier with the Call of Duty stuff. Like, it ain't gonna affect him at all. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna have a great time. He doesn't give a shit. He's still gonna kill people. Doesn't matter.
Still
I'm
better than most of the players.
right. Like, and listen, if y'all get a chance, go follow his shit. It's funny as hell. Go check him out. It's Henry Heck, and you need to check him out. It's funny. He has one. It's one of his shorts where like he is chasing somebody, like they're trying to run away from him, and he keeps chasing him and finally kills him. It's freaking hilarious. Like, this dude's just running his ass away, and it's funny. Anyways, but like, if it doesn't affect you, stop with the fake outrage. And that goes double for if these remasters and remakes are bothering you, well, they're not bothering anybody else. And other people are loving them. They're buying them. They are telling Sony and every other company that's doing them, hey, listen, please, please keep sending these to us. Capcom, making money hand over fist on Resident Evil. I mean, hand over fist. Guess what? Resident Evils are all getting redone, getting remasters. Every single one of them. Code Veronica now is getting a remaster. Capcom is just going through their fucking library and going, remaster, 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 remaster. Sir, shouldn't we make a new IP? Shut the fuck up. Remaster.
That's a remake from Code Veronica, right? That's not a remaster.
I have no idea. At this point, seeing what they did with Horizon Forbidden West, I don't know what to call anything anymore. I ain't got a fucking clue. Because Horizon Forbidden West, that shit, Morgan, I don't know if you saw the video. It wasn't supposed to be a topic tonight, but it's about to be. I don't know if you saw the Digital Foundry video.
Oh, I did, yeah.
That shit's absolutely insane.
That Decima engine, man, it's not to be messed with. It is not to be played around with. That thing is goated.
Nixus.
Okay? And Gorilla is talented. Nixus is talented. Like, it's just... I'm like, the game already looked phenomenal, right? It already looked mind-blowing when it released. But now, like, it's just like... I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, it's... the remaster, it just I really don't know what kind of sauce they on over there. Like, Nixus is that they're first of all, they're their own. I see they got their own little talent over there. They're not just good for PC ports, you know.
No.
They know how to remaster some damn games. Apparently.
Listen. When I saw that shit, and when Linneman, he sat there and goes, I talked to Nixus, and Nixus said that all of the lighting, the reason why it looks so good is because it was hand done for the entire game. It was relit by hand from start to finish.
It's
shit.
It looks fantastic. I get it for $10. I'm a happy camper.
I'm gonna get that shit for $10 too. Like, the reason why it looks like they added so much foliage and so much stuff isn't because they added it to the existing like landscape. It's because they created a new landscape. This is a remake in every sense of the word except story changes. They even changed dialogue to make it flow better.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I was like, okay, yeah, it obviously they gave it the look of Forbidden West, right? But the more they talked about it and the more they said the breakdown of everything it is, and then on top of that with this Digital Foundry video, I'm like, bro, this is a remaster? Like, there is a lot of work that went into this. Like, this is giving off remake to me. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just like, I don't know. But okay, y'all want to call it a remaster? Perfectly fine. But it looks like you did everything on the checklist besides, like you said, story changes that a remake,
Yeah.
it looks like it's a remake to me, but hey, whatever.
Right? It's $10. It's $10 fucking dollars.
$10. I'll take it.
Go ahead, Zero.
Have you seen this side by side? The game literally looks night and day. Like, if you compare it from like the PS4 version to like the PS5, fan. It looks so
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
And then imagine this. What will the PS4 Pro can do to that?
That's what I'm about to be on, right? Oh, I can't wait. That
Morgan,
PSSR, man.
Morgan, did
Mm.
I just hear you rub your hands together like an
Oh
evil
yeah, you did.
scientist?
You did.
Okay,
You
okay.
did. You
I,
did.
I was
See,
just
hear that?
checking.
Yeah.
I was just,
Yeah. Mike picked all that up. Yeah.
I just, I was like, she just rubbed her hands together like an
Absolutely.
evil scientist. Like, ooh, I am. It's like that. It's like that
And
meme.
so that's what happens every time someone mentions the pro to me. It's automatic now. I just go automatically go, like
The
I get
pro.
excited. Like,
Imagine that.
So,
oh
I,
man.
I will
Yeah.
say this.
Imagine.
So, sorry, go
Okay,
ahead.
continue.
No, 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 no. Imagine with the pro. Keep going on your train of thought.
Imagine how much the Pro can improve that upon. Again, will it be hitting 4K mark constantly, or will it be boosted up with the PSSR? I mean, damn, it's gonna be looking good with the Pro. It will be also look amazing. That's what I'm trying to say. I kind of got lost in thought.
So,
Take
the World Wanna with the $2 said, "Thrifty don't know what DN is." Damn, fake gamer. So that came from he said that Corey Balrog confirmed he is working with DN for Gal TV show. I don't know who the fuck DN is. Wait,
either.
fuck you, Warren. No, I know what he means. He can kiss my ass. Uh, he spent $2 Australian to say that. Kiss my rear end, and to get me to say it on here. I know exactly what you just did. I hate you. Okay. Anyways, I actually don't. Guys, he's our community
Smooth.
manager. He's fantastic. He does a lot. It stands for D's nuts, bro. It stands for D's nuts. Yep, there it is. It's in the chat now. Like I'm there. I'm there. We're all here. It took me a second. Sorry, guys. Stephen Leon is drinking. Stephen Leon is drinking rum. I am drinking bourbon. We're fine. It's great. Every week, same joke. I know, dude.
I even went to Google to what the hell.
What's
The
up,
different shit,
Sanctus?
like this coin game, domino, this.
Oh, Sanctus, I love you
Shit.
too.
Oh my god. Son of a gun. $2 dues. That's right.
That too.
Oh fuck. Yeah, Josh, $2 dues. Good lord. Where the hell was I? Oh, hey. Last of Us speaking of PS5 upgrades and shit for the PS5 Pro. Did y'all know that Alan Wake is going to be getting ray tracing? That's pretty fucking
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Did y'all
Yes,
know that
sir.
Alan Wake is about to be displaying a full 4K image with 60 frames per second stable?
Yes, sir.
Hey, did y'all also know that The Last of Us just casually fucking released a patch for Last of Us Part 2 that upscales everything and uses pisser and all this other stuff? Oh, it's for free, by the way, for you fuck-faced jackasses. I don't want to
I
pay
love the emphasis you put on
$10.
that.
I don't want to pay it. $10 is too much. But they changed everything. It's still too much. It should be free. Well, here you go, you freeloading bastards. It's right there now. Last of Us officially. Look at this. Look at this. It's right here. I got this. I'm so pissed off at gamers right now. I don't want to. I don't want to
As you
pay
should be.
for the PS5 Pro. Why not? Because it's not going to do much. Have you seen the screenshots? Well, yeah, they look the same. But have you seen them in motion? But they look the. Oh wait. Yeah, it does look better. Yeah, I know. Oh, but it's not enough. Okay. You were never going to buy it anyways, were you? No, I really like my Slim. Okay, cool. You have your fucking Slim. That's great. I am happy for you. The first chance I get, I'm owning a PS5 Pro. Why? Because, like I said at the beginning, Mark Cerny is like the Oprah Winfrey of video games right now, and every mother freaking game is getting enhanced. Even games that developers themselves have failed to optimize are going to run better. We were talking.
Dogma.
Exactly, yeah. Zero, because you're in the Discord, you knew exactly where I was going to go with that. But all these other games are coming out that are optimized, that the developers actually give a shit. That they're going, hey, we want to take advantage of all of this. I can't believe it. No Man's Sky. about to get an upgrade. You see people who are talking about, hey, we're going to be able to put some level of ray tracing in here at 60 FPS producing a 4K image. Oh, really? Well, what's the native resolution? Don't you fucking worry about that. It's going to produce a 4K image. What do you mean? Is it below 720? Is it below 1080? I said don't fucking worry about it, okay? Because we're going to piss all over that 375 pixel count, and it's going to end up going up to 4K. That's right. That's what the pisser's for. It takes in all this liquid, that just shit, and it turns it into gold, is what it does. That's what it does. And it pees all over the competition. It's great.
It's fantastic.
And they are putting it on
nice golden
everything.
Shower.
You got to think, we are R. Kelly on them all day long. So you got to think what they're doing here, though. They are literally, Sony PlayStation is like a dog with the PS5 that's just going around pissing on everything. You see that? Oop, lift the leg. Oop, hey, you want 60 FPS? Got you. You want 4K? Got you. Like, slimy mucus, it's upscaling, and guess what? It's gonna look better still than anything that Xbox has.
You know, the funny thing is with speaking, particularly of the upscaling, when Digital Foundry was doing their comparison for The Last of Us Part 2, right? And on the base PS5, the quality mode runs at native 4K, right?
That's right, Gaming Night. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. But the PS5 Pro, which runs at the upscaled version, looks better than the native 4K on the PS5 Pro. And this is what Digital Foundry said. It looks better than the native 4K.
Yep.
On the PS5. So, I get people have this thing with upscaling tech and, it's not native, it's not real. Listen, if your eyes perceive 4K, why do you care if it's not native? Like, it doesn't matter. If it looks good, if it looks better, who the hell cares if it's not native or not? Like, we all know native is taxing on these machines, right? Regardless of if you have a console or a PC, native 4K is taxing, right? And if these companies can find a way to give you that image or better, right, without taxing the machine so that you can do things like ray tracing or, get better frames, we should be applauding that. We should be like, yes, please use this technology. Give me a better image. Give me ray tracing. Give me better lighting. Give me that 60 FPS. Give me all these bells and whistles so that, and without the 4K taking up a huge chunk of that GPU. We should all be applauding this type of thing, right? I mean, everybody on PC loves DLSS, right? But all of a sudden,
yes,
when PlayStation came out with their upscaling tech, all of a sudden people had problem with upscaling technology. Oh, it's not real. It's not native. I'm like, wait, when do we all of a sudden hate upscalers? That was never an issue.
No. Hang on, Morgan. I can tell you why we hate upscalers.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Tell me.
All right. So we get a little. At least I do, because I had to suffer through the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The PS4 Pros use checkerboard rendering.
Mm-hmm.
Every single fucking Digital Foundry video ever made with the PS4, the PS4 Pro, and the Xbox and all of their bullshit numbers and names and letters and stuff they had in the algebra equation and all their bullshit. Whenever that happened, I always had to watch our games run faster, smoother, and better than the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would always go to the fucking graphical clarity. And Xbox's shit would be perfect. The lines would be gorgeous. Everything would be wonderful. It would be amazing. And then John Linneman would get on and go, so this is the problem with Sony using the checkerboard rendering as the upscaler here, taking the 1080p image to a 4K, blah, blah, blah. And every single fucking time, time, I always told folks, listen, if you want a game that runs buttery smooth, play it on PlayStation. If you want a game that looks the best, play it on the Xbox One XS, One S, whichever one it was.
One X, yeah.
Play it on that, because theirs looked better, but ours ran better. Now we hear upscaler, and we're like, ooh, wait, hang on. We were told, we know you fuckers. We were told we get native 4K on this white and black plastic box. I want my spaceship to do exactly what the fuck it's supposed to do.
spaceship.
That's what it looks like. I opened up out of the box
Yeah.
and I was like, "Ooh, it's a spaceship. I love this thing." And then they gave me Astrobot, and it's like, "Oh, it is a spaceship. Look how cool this is." See, like everything comes in. Jez, appreciate you stopping by, man. They said somebody said later, Jez. Man, have a good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. But like, so we hear upscaler, and at least those of us who have been watching Digital Foundry since the PS4 era, we kind of twitch a little bit.
Hmm.
But hearing what the same people at Digital Foundry have to say about this, I mean, even Alex, the PCMR guy himself, is like,
Yeah.
I I don't know what to compare this to. There's not tech out right now that I can compare this to because it's
Yeah.
doing a little bit more than every other GPU out there. Go ahead, sorry. I'll let y'all talk now.
Oh, no, you're good. I think we should all just applaud that it's better than FSR because FSR is trash. So the fact that they already came, PSSR Pisser came out the gate, already better than FSR. I think that's should be applauded. Good job. Thank you, Sony, for not being worse than that, right? But obviously it's not going to be at the level of DLSS. But as we know, DLSS has been out for like 4, 5, 6 years at this point, so it's had time to get to how good it is. So me, and particularly with the PSSR technology, I think regardless of whether or not you're buying and investing in a pro, I think you should be happy that the pro exists because this way PlayStation gets to try out this tech with this mid-gen refresh. So by the time they start PS6, right, they have their mind wrapped around what they want with PSSR. They've tried it. The other devs are using it. PlayStation Studios are using it. So by the time PS6 comes around, this isn't a new tech for them. This isn't new territory. They're not spreading, dipping their toe into it and trying to figure out how this works. This is something they're familiar with. So you should be happy that this technology is in a mid-gen refresh so that, like I said, by the time PS6 comes out, they'll be vets with this and they'll be able to do even more things with this. They're like, oh, we figured out we can push the limits and do even more with PSSR with the power of the PS6, right? So
Oh,
I'm happy
good.
that this exists right now, right?
Real quick, I'm sorry.
Um,
Update from a member of the
you're
channel.
good.
Stephen Leon, member of 5 months. He said, off topic, my surgery on my eye went well. Night and day difference. I can see in HDR. It's like I have Pisser on in one. You know they worked
Congrats.
with AMD RDNA 4. Steven, I'm so happy about that, man. We didn't know if you'd be able to game again, so that's fantastic. I'm excited about
Awesome.
that. That's really cool. Um, Also, you're being corrected by Warawana in the chat. FSR isn't an AI upscaler like Pisser and DLLS or DLSS. So
Sure, yeah, it's
it,
not,
it
but that was one of the testers that Digital Foundry used to compare it, right? And they compared that, especially with Ratchet and Clank. They were comparing the PC with that technology versus DLSS versus PSSR, right? And PSSR was better than FSR, right? And they were like, okay, good. It's better than what AMD is using for their technology. So that at least there's that, right? Yeah, it's obviously, like I said, not on DLSS level, but it's better than what AMD currently has for their tech, right? So I think that's a good thing. I think that there is, if you're starting out this good, it can go nowhere but up, right? I hope that
right.
devs, especially third party devs, give feedback to Sony about the things they see with PSSR and things that they can improve and things that they can add so that it only gets better with the next gen.
What's
Zero.
good about
What you got, man?
yeah, that's what's great about Cerny is because he listens to devs. I mean, he is a developer
Yeah,
himself.
exactly.
And yeah, that's where he got the idea of like we need more 60 FPS games, or like, yeah, gamers don't really play at quality mode anymore. And yeah, he uses that research to give it the baseline for PS5 Pro and maybe the PS6 in the near future. But yeah, that's actually what's great with Cerny, because yeah, as I said, he is a developer himself, and yeah, he is the system architect, so he is
Mhm.
obliged to. whatever the heck the developers wanted from the machine.
Exactly. That's exactly what PlayStation's very good at, is talking to developers, especially Cerny. Each time he's come out, whether it was with the the launch of the PS5, right, the base PS5, the first thing
Yep.
he said when they were talking about it was, we asked developers what they want with this next console, right? And he was like, yeah, they want the SSD, they want that fast
Yep.
speeds. With PS4 we had the HD, the HDD, so now they want the SDD. Like we want to move on, and so he said we made sure we put one of the best SSDs into this console, right? And people want to make fun of the marketing and everything, like, oh, SSD. Look, that was important, and developers spoke on that too, about how they enjoy the SSD in these consoles, right? And now, when he came out with the PS5 Pro, we had the PS5 Pro announcement and video. He also said, "I talked to developers. I asked them what they wanted. Right? I asked them, and that's how we got PSSR. We got our upscaling tech. They're kind of bottlenecked by these consoles and the GPU and the things that it's limited to. So we invested into this AI upscaling tech. So they're always listening, and you can kind of see the opposite on the other console, where they have to put out surveys and ask developers why they aren't making games for their console. But that's a whole different discussion.
And if you have experience on our competitors' consoles, we really want to talk to you.
Yeah, we really okay. Tell us exactly what they did.
Tell us what the fuck they did, because we have no idea. We don't know.
They're plankton and SpongeBob. What is the Krabby Patty secret formula? Tell us immediately. What is it? Yeah, and I mean that's just what I really love about PlayStation and Mark Cerny in particular. He does not play about his craft, right? He loves gaming. He's a developer. He loves these consoles, and he wants the most for gaming, right? So that's why I don't ever doubt. People laugh at every time when the PS5 came out, people were making all types of assumptions, right? That it was going to be weaker than the Series X. The Series X was going to have a 30% delta. The Series S was going to be the console that's equal to the PS5 in power, right? That's going to be the console. The Xbox Series X is going to be, the superior platform, right? All these assumptions people were making based on the fact sheets and and everything like that. And then when we get to the real world and the real data, right? The games, and people were scratching their head. Digital Foundry was scratching. They're like, wait. We expected the Xbox to outperform and blow it out the water, and here they are. They're matching, or PlayStation superior, or it's equal footing. Everybody was confused, and I keep telling y'all. And Cerny said it himself. You can't measure these consoles by teraflops. He said that's a dangerous game to be playing, to assume that because one console has more teraflops than another, that means it's going to astronomically outperform the other, right? And again, here we go at the PS5 Pro, and people are down Cerny again, and I'm just like, listen,
stop.
Y'all can
Just
doubt him
stop.
all you want, but he's proven himself time and time again. So when this comes out and Digital Foundry makes comparison videos, it's like, listen, that's all I got to say. People start being like, well, I mean, I guess the Pro's not that bad, but it's still kind of overpriced. Like, oh no, I'm not trying to hear that.
No, you're done. You're done. That's my problem. There are people. Sorry, Zero. Go ahead. I have talked over you this whole time. Please talk.
I'm just laughing at the fact that Digital Foundry was so confused at first why PlayStation 5 is out the Series X, and they all just brush it off as oh, it's a bug. Oh, it's gonna be patched up later. I mean, dude, this is the same excuse they've been doing since since the start of the generation. And then when they finally got the win, they'll be like, "Woo, great job, Xbox!" Spinning with this. Oh my god, I don't know what to believe in Digital Foundry sometimes.
Exactly.
Warawana, kiss my arse. All right. Warawana just said, "Oh, Zero's here." Be quiet. I'm trying. The fact is, Morgan, I think, is I just need to hand her the last few slides.
You know what? I'm just gonna shut up and let you guys.
No,
talk.
no,
My
not
bad.
at all.
I'm gonna shut the hell up.
No, don't do it. Don't do
No, you're
it.
good.
No, we are loving it. We are loving it. You are doing great. This has been a fucking amazing night, to be quite honest. Slimy Mucus. I don't know why it didn't show that you subscribed on here, but I got the notification on my phone. I tried to shout you out in chat, but you are no longer in chat, so just want to say thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. You left a little bit ago, and now you're back, so whatever I did to bring you back, man, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. Also, we have had a couple other subscribers tonight, one of which I have no idea who it was, but then we had Hinzu, and we had the alt account of Innate, which is fucking hilarious. Be quiet. You're saying that to me or yourself, Thrifty? Probably both. If I'm being honest. So, let's... God. Okay, this is what I was talking about, guys. We weren't going to get through shit tonight. Like, we just weren't going to get through a goddamn thing. So, one of the things that I did want to talk about a little bit, by the way, guys, we've been here for 2 hours now, just a little over. Thank you all for being here. We have 26 people in the chat, and we have 23 likes. That is perfect. Y'all are fucking rock stars. I appreciate it. Slimy, I tried to at you, and hey, there you are. Maybe it just had, I don't know. Well, thank you. Just can't tag. I ban.
You can tag now.
Damn, he got banned the minute he joined the fucking channel. Welcome to the playground. Go to timeout. Sorry. So, we have 4 more topics. I got room for 1 more tonight, but hit that like button, subscribe, do all the fucking things. I don't even care at this point. Let's just keep going. So, because it was in the title, I feel like we have to cover it. And I feel like it can be summed up in like four letters, FAFO. And Netflix Gaming has shut the fuck down. No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Netflix AAA studio Team Blue has shut the fuck down. And Netflix, you know, they've been trying to make this push. They've been trying to do this thing. They've been trying to come out with all this crap, right? They've been trying to do all of this, like, hey, we want to expand, because nobody's happy just doing what the freak they're good at. No. Everybody has to expand. Oh, we're in entertainment. That means, oh, we make movies. Well, shit, that means we can make TV shows, video games, music, and all this other... Yeah, sure you can. That's great. Yeah, entertainment's entertainment. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's like saying the stripper can go be a Broadway actress. No, she can't. No. Sorry. That doesn't work that way. And if they did, there'd be a movie about it already. That's all I'm saying. Like, just because 2 people, or just because a person or a company is in one industry, and that industry is underneath a larger umbrella, doesn't mean that that company should go under another, like, branch off into something else. Just stay in your damn lane, please. But Netflix, they don't. They, you know, started out as a great company. You could rent DVDs and Blu-rays from them. You could do streaming a little bit after that, do all this other stuff. They didn't have any of their own IP. And then they were like, hey, we can make our own IP. No, you can't. But they did. And it's pretty lackluster. Most of their shit sucks. Most of their new IPs are crap. And most of their movies have a great beginning, great middle, and a shitty ass end that doesn't tie up anything from the main plot except like one little thread, and they're terrible. It's awful. And then they made this claim that, hey, we're going to go into gaming. We're going to be the Netflix of gaming. Seriously. Now, a little bit later, this is from Steven Totillo. And sorry for the stutter there. I don't know where the hell that came from. One of Netflix's most intriguing video game studios is no more. The company's Southern California game studio, one of a handful of internal studios assembled by Netflix in recent years as a part of its expansion into video games, has been shut down, GameFile has learned. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. This is from GameFile. My bad. The studio is also known as Team Blue, seemed poised to break the mold of what Netflix is doing in gaming. Early hints about the team's work suggested it was pursuing a big budget, multi-device strategy, signifying the ambitious edge of Netflix's initial mobile-focused expansion. As proof of that, Team Blue had made some splashy hires in the past 2 years. In late 2022, Netflix wooed Overwatch executive producer Chaco Sonny from Blizzard to build its SoCal studio. Sony had stints on Call of Duty and Sony Santa Monica before that. Heavy hitter. In 2023, Netflix SoCal studio added Joseph Staten a longtime creative lead on Microsoft's Halo franchise at Bungie and 343 Industries. Staten was exiting the Xbox camp for Netflix to work as creative director for a brand new AAA multi-platform game and original IP. He said at the time, that move was widely covered in the gaming press, a sign that Netflix was very serious about the gaming thing. That same spring. So, guys, this is happening pretty quickly. Late 2022, spring 23. That same spring, they recorded Rafael Grassetti, who had nearly a decade of experience at Sony Santa Monica, where he had most recently been God of War's studio overall art director. I reported on this shit. I reported on this. Aha, not doing it. I'm not that dumb, Wara. As of October 2024, however, Netflix has shut down Team Blue, and all three of those big hires are no longer at the company. A rep has confirmed. Okay, so one thing I want to point out, this is not a leak. This is not a rumor. This is a rep from Netflix actually confirmed this to Steven Totillo. So we're not reporting on what could be, what should be, what might be. Also, I was reading that article, where in the actual heck... Oh, okay, that's fine. He'll be back in a few. Zero still bounced out for just a sec. He'll be back. Yeah, I'm not... Wara, what would you like? No, don't ask that. Wara's day drinking. He doesn't need to be. We don't need to be taking his opinion. So here's the thing. When they did this, when Netflix did this, I was like, what the fuck, guys? What? You saw Amazon try and fail, and now Amazon's trying again. You've seen companies come and companies go. You've seen people try, dump a shit ton of money into projects and completely, utterly fail. Why would anybody look at the gaming industry right now and go, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and make a game and let's pull it out of our ass. I know, if we bring in all these heavy hitters, surely to God, we'll have a fucking hit on our hands. No, that's not how it works. It's not how this works. It's really not. It's really not how this works. Do you want to know how I know that that's not how this works? There was a game that was released. You might have forgot about it. It was only out for a short time. And it had people from Call of Duty, people from Bungie, people from 343, people from all these fucking studios that are... And I know that some of those might be wrong. But it had heavy hitters from all these fucking studios. From all over the place. Rejects that have left these studios and come on over. And we get Concord.
I knew you were about to do it. I was like, I know he's about to do it. He's about to say it. Concord.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What studio was that? Fire Sprite, Firewalk, Fire Nuts? What was it? Fire what? Firewalk,
I think, right?
Firewalk Studios. Let's see. Firewalk Studios has Call of Duty. I think it was Call of Duty devs. Okay, here it is. It's Firewalk Studios is a first-party studio filled with AAA devs from Call of Duty, Destiny, Halo, Apex Legends, and Mass Effect. Fucking hell. Please, sign my ass up for that game. I want that game. I want that game right the fuck now. Except they released it and it was called Concord and nobody wanted it. Anybody remember the movie Rat Race? Anybody? You might not. Rat Race was an old movie. It had like Whoopi Goldberg. It had Jamie Foxx in it, I think. Said the Entertainer was in it. It had like all of these freaking actors and actresses that were almost past their prime, but still in their prime enough to have a name. And they threw them all into this movie. And it was a rat race. They were paired up in teams, and they had to complete a race almost like on a game show. And the movie was terrible. And you're looking at it and going, how do you have all of that talent and you still suck? Because at the end of the day, the talent still has to work together to produce a great game. Yo! Yeah, Warwana, yes, it had Mr. Bean in it. He kept falling asleep, that's right! Slimy Mucus said Whoopi Goldberg is where they went wrong. Listen, she played Ghost well, and she played, holy crap, what was her role in Star Trek The Next Generation? Damn it. Sorry, I'm a nerd. My bad, guys. Like I'm just there is no there is
I
no
mean, she did amazing. I love Sister Act.
Oh, she did do Sister. Yes, Sister Act and Sister Act 2. Listen, one of these days, if I get big enough, instead of taking off my shirt, I will just sing and rap the entire soundtrack of Sister Act 2. Don't get it fucked up. I love that movie. It is fantastic. Oh, it's so good. The little skinny black dude, like who was so super shy and quiet, that was me. Except I'm a white dude who was overweight, but I was still shy and quiet. Like, and so like hearing him come out there and do his little oh shoot, what song were they singing? Um oh, Ride and Pray. Oh, he taught us how to live rejoicing
Sing it, Trisha.
every day. Oh, Happy Day. There we go. It was Oh Happy Day, and he comes out. Oh Happy Day. No, no, no. You have to do better than that. You think Shaka Zulu's going to command his troops with that voice? Like, I know the whole movie. Anyways, sorry. Back on track here. You can't just throw people in a blender and put it on high speed and go, hey, y'all are all great and y'all are going to fucking work together. We're going to dump a shit ton of money in this. It's going to be great. That's not how this shit works, guys. And you will absolutely FAFO on this. And listen to this. Listen to what they did. Creative heads at Halo, Bungie, 343, Sony Santa Monica, worked on God of War, Blizzard. And all of them guys is out of a job. It's like they are all kind of oh, I don't know, on the unemployment line, calling all their contacts, going, hey man, listen, Netflix just fired us. And you know what their friends are doing on the phone? Their friends are going, no shit, and they're laughing their ass off at them. That's what's happening right now. Like, Jason is not Jason, sorry. It's not Jason Statham. Jesus Christ. This is not the guy from Transporter. It's Joseph Staten is on the phone going, hey, Halo Studios, you think I can maybe come back? Do you think I could just come on over? Like we could make it great again. Thrifty will sing but not answer a question about compassion. Yeah, not that one. Not that question. But so Netflix of gaming. So here's the deal. They're still doing their games. They're still doing all the little like handheld style type of mobile looking games. Morgan, when we have a company like this, or actually let me kick this to Zero first. Zero, you're back. Are you good? Maybe not. Okay. So, Morgan, when you have a company like this, multi-billion-dollar company, they just posted that they've had the highest subscribers ever in the history of Netflix on their streaming service. And they have the number one subscriber base of any streaming service for movies and media and stuff like that. Do you think that companies like this should A, stay in their own lane, or that this was a fluke? Do you think that Netflix and companies like this, Netflix, Amazon, things like that, should keep attempting this? We know Amazon is because they're trying to redo Tomb Raider or something like that, but like, what do you think?
Yeah, it's funny. We were talking about it in our group chat. We shared the whole Netflix thing, and we were just like, I was just like, look, Netflix needs to stay in their own lane. Okay, you guys are a movie TV subscription app. All right, that's exactly where you need to stay. And the reason they're at an all-time high now is that they kind of put their foot down on the password sharing, which is very unfortunate for millions of people around the world, right? But they used to care. They used to say love is sharing your password, but then Netflix was like, wait a minute, we're losing money by doing that. All right, guys, we're no longer letting you share your password. All right, pay up. All right, we're gonna need that 20 buckaroos every month from every single one of you. All right, and it sucks. But listen, they're the highest. They're the subscription service with the highest count for subscribers for a good reason. They were one of the first ones to start it, and they're one of the few that I am subscribed to many of media sites, right? I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I have HBO, I have Peacock, I have Apple TV, like I have Paramount, like it's a problem. Okay, it's a problem. But I unsubscribe to a lot of them frequently based on what shows and movies come out and everything like that. Netflix is the one that stays around because for the most part they always have something I want to watch, right? So they're very good at what they do, which is movies and television shows, right? They got the movies and the TV shows that I wouldn't go to the movies to see or pay for via cable, but it's good enough for my $20, right? Like there's nothing else to do. There's Netflix has got some little corny ass movie I can watch that's, a little good time, good Philly movie that, that's just good enough for me to pass the time on. That Netflix has that. They do also have really great original.
Sorry,
TV
Stephen Leon just said, "Girl, you need an intervention."
I do. My friends tell me that all the time. They're like, why is it that you have every single listen? Because the way these subscription services are set up, a lot of them have sprouted, in these past couple years. It's these TV networks making their own subscription services. So a lot of them are taking stuff that was on Netflix originally. They're taking back their IPs. And so the IPs that I was originally watching on Netflix, they're now on Peacock, or they're now on Hulu, or they're now on Paramount. So I unfortunately have to subscribe to all of these to get the shows that I was freaking watching. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, this is not surprising to me that they have shut down their AAA division. I think they're pretty good with their AA. Like I've played, I don't know if you've ever heard of the game Oxenfree. They bought the studio that made that. I think a couple years ago, and so they published Oxenfree 2, which I was a fan of. Right, I enjoyed that, but that was a AA game, the type of game that you can play on a mobile device too. Right, it doesn't take up a lot. It's not taxing. It's just a little smaller indie game, a good indie game, but it's an indie game, right? And I think Netflix, if they're gonna do games, okay, but I think they need to stay more in the mobile realm, right? Stay more in the mobile indie realm. The fact that they tried to tackle on AAA, that is a whole nother beast. AAA.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a beast you don't want to really fucking deal with.
You don't want, especially right now, right? With the way the game industry is, and we were just discussing, the AAA and AA kind of problem going on with industry. AAA is just not where you want to be unless you have a surefire hit. All right, unless you got something that's gonna appease the masses and it's gonna get you, 10 plus million. AAA is not where you want to be. Netflix. Okay, I think you should take that lesson and stick with AA and single play and mostly mobile. Okay, don't go in AAA, bro. You're gonna lose so much money. And the real reason I don't want them to take this venture is because that'll affect my subscription price. Okay, because I know if they do this and they fail, my Netflix price is going up, and I don't want that. All right, this shit's already expensive. All right, it's one of my most expensive subscriptions. I don't want that bitch going up anymore. Okay, so can you please not invest multiple millions of dollars into AAA gaming?
Funny enough, when they went up to $20, and oh hey Zero, you are back. Cool. Yeah, your mic is working. I can actually hear you a little bit. Sweet. So when they went up to $20, when I got the email that they were going up to $20 is when I canceled. So I canceled like 5 months before they. I haven't had Netflix in like a fucking year.
No.
I haven't had
that. I don't have that kind of strength.
Here's the deal. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Amazon. I don't have Hulu. I have Disney Plus because I got it free for I got 3 months for 99 cents. And so I'm sorry, it was 3 months for $9.99.
Yep.
So I got that.
Okay.
That's a deal.
And it's because we like watching Holes and Moana and a lot of those Disney shows. I told my wife, I was like, hey, listen, why don't we just take $10 a month and put it in an envelope for $20 a month? And when we want to go have a movie, like to watch it, instead of going to a subservice, why don't we just, pay for the shit and watch it that way, and then it's ours. So anyways, there is that. And so we have Peacock and Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why is because Peacock, no, I'm sorry, Paramount has all the Nickelodeon shit, all
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
And my kids are they Henry Danger, Danger Force, all that shit. So like, I don't watch it, they watch it, and like
Mm-hmm.
love. Like tonight, we sat on the couch. We have a fold-out couch that folds out into a bed when guests and stuff come over. And
Yeah.
so we folded it out and we had like a little TV show night after dinner, and like I was there with my two boys and we were watching Henry Danger, and because I am a child at heart in more ways than one, I laugh at some of the stupid shit that they do in the show, and my oldest my 10-year-old's like, I love this, Dad. This is the most fun ever. I can't believe you laugh at these
Aw.
stupid jokes, and I'm like, son, it's because they're fucking hilarious. That's why. And like I am disconnected from all forms of reality right now, and it's amazing. But those are the only subservices I have. So I don't, like I said, I don't even have PS Plus anymore. I don't care. Hey, Stephen Leon, Zero is still here. Thought he was napping. No. So, Zero, what about you? Are you a subscription service like nut job like Morgan, or are you more reserved,
Oh man.
smart with your money, and not crazy like me? Which
Shots fired.
Okay. To be honest, I only have like one subscription, and that's just Netflix because yeah, I couldn't really afford that much to like to paying for monthly, and then that Netflix is split between me and my family because here in the Philippines, yeah, money is really kind of not given out that much. So yeah, we can't really afford all that much subscriptions. Although, yeah, in terms of like Netflix gaming, yeah, they should really stick to their lane because I don't know. Because to be honest, I didn't even knew that Netflix even released some games. Like I really do. I didn't even knew them that
they
they
have a gaming
actually published.
section. Like if you go to your account, there's like in the scroll down menu on the side, I think that's where it used to be. You can like find all the games and you can play them on your TV.
Yeah, it's usually games based on the original Netflix IP, like a Stranger Things game, stuff like that, like little mobily ass looking games, that type of stuff you can play with like a remote, you know.
Listen,
That's
Morgan,
that's that
you won't remember this because you're a Zoomer. Zero
Oh,
Steel, you might
Zoomer.
remember this. That hey, I'm not saying it. That's what Priscilla called you. That's not me. That's Priscilla.
Yo, listen
Uh,
to her. She's a lot.
so I mean, I'm guessing you're several years younger than me. Zero,
Oh man.
you kind of connected with me
Yep.
earlier when talking about some of the older stuff. So do you remember like the old like JavaScript games? Like you would be in school on the computer and you could go
Oh
to like these websites and play like a Garfield game, but it was like super rudimentary and it was like
yeah,
super dumbed down. And or you could play like uh, Disney Channel
which
had a
game?
lot of them. Like Disney Channel, you could
Yeah.
play Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century. You could play a Brink skateboarding game. You could
I remember that.
like no, you don't. You've heard about it.
I
No,
don't.
I'm
I
totally.
used to play. Listen, I was
So
there with dial-up. Okay, I was struggling with the dial-up. Okay, turning the internet off so my mom could use the phone. All right, I used to play the Pirates of the Caribbean Disney game, sir. I used to play. I used to be part of playing the Penguin Club, PC game. Like I remember all that stuff. Like that,
Oh yeah.
I remember. Mm-hmm. That
Remember?
was fun back in the day, man. I remember. I have very fond memories. That was the really only time I was PC gaming.
I even remember that Easter egg where like all the penguins are like sitting in one corner of the iceberg and then it suddenly flipped. Is that the thing?
Yes,
So remember that
yes.
one
Oh,
memory
good
unlocked.
times. Good times.
every single game
Yeah, I
operated kind of the same. It was like
Mm-hmm.
I think the website was called like Monster Games. Is that thing still out? Hang on, I gotta see. We're
uh
gonna do this live.
Oh man.
I'm gonna see if Monster
I
Games
don't
is still around.
I don't think so, 30, because what is that? Adobe Flash Player kind of died like
That's what it was. Yeah,
2020.
they were all Adobe games.
Yeah, they were all Adobe.
They were all
I even
Adobe. Adobe.
remember playing some in like y8.com, but that's very common here in the Philippines. So
Dude, they
yeah,
were
that's where
all in Flashpoint. Yes. Holy shit, guys. Do y'all remember this stuff? Oh my god, chat, guys, y'all gotta remember this stuff. Belter, Jewel Thief World Tour. Oh my god, these were so freaking fun.
oh Flashpoint. Yeah, I think this is like the um and like yeah, it's an archive of where almost all of the Flash games are like in now because yeah, as I said back in 2020, Adobe Flash players were like out of support. Maybe this is where all those Flash games go to.
This is where they go to die. That sounds so sad.
The island of misfit
Oh,
games.
guys, I'm sorry. The playground pup has to go outside. Give me a second.
We are the
he's
island of misfit games.
So my children hung up some freaking Halloween decorations on our back door, and on the screen door, it's one of them's a skeleton. It's one of those little sticky window skeleton things. And so when you open the back door, you have like this skull staring at you. It's kind of jarring, to be honest. That was the first time I'd opened the back door, and it just was
Scared you, didn't it?
a little rough. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Monster Games, American video game developer, Monster Games subsidiary. Oh, guys, y'all got me on this now. Like, one of them was called, oh, Mother Load Game. Super Mother Load! Okay, so here you go. Crazy games. You can play Super Mother Load still. Holy crap. Guys, look at this shit. Hang on, let me turn that down.
Found
Holy crap, that's loud. Dude, okay, guys. I don't know. Like, I don't know if anybody else has played this shit at all. But
Clip.
do what?
That's also one of those no miniclip.com. That's also one of those websites that
Yes.
post a lot.
That's
Flash games a day.
fantastic. Y'all got
Wait, you
Thrifty
can still
hooked.
play that?
Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
And dude, look at this. They have a whole freaking list. Like, hang on, sports games. Watch this. The sports games were always like a kicker. And yeah. Holy shit. Do y'all, so like they have these type of games. Wrapping it all back in, they have these type of games on Netflix. These type of now, granted, they're better than this. Like I've seen some of the games on Netflix and they're better than this. But like these are the type of games that they had. So moving forward into oh, look at that. That's a ghetto Minecraft. Look at that shit. Minecraft is already ghetto enough.
The ghetto
Look
Minecraft.
at, look at that. It's called Bloxed.io. Okay.
They said just enough so they can't sue.
Oh, oh shit. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Like, god dang. I'm just gonna do videos on the rest of this shit. Can y'all believe that now we got copycats coming out? Like,
Yep.
Nintendo starts suing folks, and now Sega be suing folks. Like, did you hear about that, Morgan?
Wait, the Sega suing? Wait, who's Sega suing?
Okay, so here you go. Let me pull this up. Sega
questionable patent.
sues game company. Here you go. Yawns open. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is from Game Rant. Okay, this was from published 18 hours ago. It happened I think last week sometime. But Sega files lawsuit against Memento Mori developer. Publisher Sega has filed a lawsuit against developer Bank of Innovation, the makers of mobile RPG Memento Mori. Sega's lawsuit comes soon after Nintendo takes legal action versus Palworld's developer Pocket Pair. Memento Mori is a mobile title that features a number of gacha mechanics. The game has players take control of girls who can wield extraordinary powers that set out to liberate a land from darkness. I mean, what dude wouldn't pay for that, really? Memento Mori features a beautiful watercolor art style and a robust soundtrack that sees every character receive an original theme song. According to Otaku Research Institute, gamesindustry.biz, via GamesIndustry.biz, Sega is suing Bank of Innovation for 1 billion yen or $6.6 million in damages. The lawsuit states that Bank of Innovation has infringed on a number of patents held by Sega that can be found in Memento Mori and Phantom Beast Contract Crypt Track. Jesus Christ. Lord help, pick a title. Anyways, an older game released by the developer, Bank of Innovation, has stated that it has not or did not infringe. Of course, thank you. It also said that Memento Mori will continue to be downloadable by any means necessary, that the outcome of the lawsuit will not affect the game's availability. Okay.
And they copied and pasted Pal World's response, huh?
Yeah, they just said we don't give a fuck.
We don't care about the lawsuit. We're still gonna keep this game going.
But
we don't
can-
care.
Zero. I'm going to kick it to you real quick. What do you think about this, man? This is the second or third lawsuit now that we've heard of. No, second, sorry. That we've heard of in just as many months. Is this a new trend? Hey, we can't make money doing other things, so now we got to fuck over these smaller companies? Is this what we're going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, most games nowadays are kind of like mostly the same, like in terms of RPG and like all that. But I don't know. I guess they got inspired by Nintendo or something. I don't. Yeah, I don't know why Sega's doing this. And now next time they're gonna sue anyone that's be using like Persona like mechanics. I mean, yeah, that Power World One. I think Nintendo was mad because of that catching mechanic thing. And Power World developers are like they have big balls to actually keep the game going despite Nintendo looming over them.
They also
But yeah,
have
I don't know.
PlayStation in their corner.
Oh yeah, they also have PlayStation in their corner because of that collab that they did. But yeah, I don't know. I think this I, I kind of don't know. Maybe this will become a trend because apparently like everyone I mean apparently like Sega's doing it, Nintendo's doing it. I don't really think so that PlayStation's doing it though. But that's just my take on it. But time will tell if this will become a trend. To be honest.
Yeah, I think it needs two more to become a trend, but it's just very interesting that this is what's happening now. Morgan, what do you think? Do you think we're about to get into every other month we're going to be talking about some big ass company who's stapled a patent on being able to see yourself through a fucking wall? Is that gonna are we gonna start dicking with this shit every time we have to do these things?
Well, I mean, Sega do what Nintendo don't, right? They're following Nintendo's lead once again with these lawsuits. Oh,
hey guys, thank y'all for coming to the show tonight. If I get sniped by Nintendo, it's her fault. Thank y'all. Go ahead, keep going. Just
please, Nintendo, don't send your lawyers over here, man. We know
please.
y'all dudes work miracles, okay? Y'all
Please.
ninjas over there, so please. But yeah, I don't know. I think with the gaming industry being as like we were discussing earlier, right? As hard as it is to break out with new IPs, as tight as budgets are getting, as quickly as studios and developers are being let go, as the gaming industry bubble, as people keep saying, is about to pop, right? I don't know if it is, I don't know if it isn't, but I just think publishers like Sega, like Nintendo, are getting a little bit more strict when it comes to other studios, other developers taking what they think is their trademark or their IP or their copyright, whatever, right? And they're getting a little bit more strict on who allowing that or not allowing that, right? I think we'll probably see more because stuff like this, it's the things that make each publisher's games unique, that's becoming more what's the word I'm looking for? It's becoming more valuable, right? Sega doesn't want what they have to go to other developers. Nintendo doesn't want Pokemon and what that is and how lucrative that is to go to other developers, right? And I think I think people are just these publishers kind of just tightening the belt. Look, it's getting hard out here, so everything that we have is ours. All right. you do your own thing. This is ours. This is our stuff. So don't copy. This is our stuff. Don't copy our stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more stuff like this. Like I said, money getting tight out here in this industry. So I think people are holding what they have dear close to the chest, and these publishers are making sure to lock down what makes their game special, right? What makes their game unique? What makes people buy their games? So I honestly wouldn't be surprised. But Nintendo, that's the average Tuesday for Nintendo to sue somebody. I feel like they have a quarterly requirement. Like, all right, we need at least 3 lawsuits, per quarter, guys. All right, you guys are like, you guys are not fulfilling the quotas. We need you to do better. We only had 1 lawsuit this quarter. That's below the quota, guys. We told y'all 3 at least. So, so for Nintendo, like I said, that's just the average day for them. They love lawsuits. They spread that out like candy. You get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit. They're just Oprah with them. So it's just, yeah, it's every day for Nintendo.
So, shout out to Warawana. He sent this to me at 9:55. Whoops. So like an hour and a half ago. So all the bullshit that we talked about Black Ops and all that, okay? I'm going to own this right now because it's okay to be wrong, people.
Uh-oh.
God bless. Spatial audio on Black Ops 6 is a paid add-on that has been debunked. It is misleading information.
Really?
The universal profile is free.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I'll take that L.
Yeah, right. I'm good. I'm fine. No big deal. Every single fucking YouTuber who has a live show, when you are reporting on something, when you are talking about something, as soon as you are presented with information contradictory to that has been shown to be against and provable, you gotta just own it, man. We're not fucking professionals here. And so the worst thing you can do is just try to stand here and say, oh, no, I didn't do it. It's fine. No. Or try to walk it back or some type of other bullshit. Like, just say, hey, listen, I was wrong. So, hey, guess what? Glad I didn't put that in the title. But Black Ops 6, it's not charging additional money. So there you go, guys. I wanted to clear that up because I try to have a ton of integrity in what I say on here, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And so just want to be able to kind of own that. Okay, guys, we are coming up on 3 hours, and I refuse to let this show go 3 hours. Like, God bless. Every time that Morgan comes on, the show goes 3 hours, and
see, it's a me problem. I apologize.
No, it's really not. I swear to God, it's not. It's the fact that it's funny, before all the game shows, like all those shows and stuff in like the late spring, early summer, before all of those, it's buzzed. Everything is buzzed from February on. It's just go 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 go. And then right after the game shows, you have a week of amazing go, 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 go. And then it falls off until school starts. And then once school starts back up, you start getting the shows that are coming back. The kids start looking forward to the weekends more. They start realizing, oh shit, I've been in school all week. I just want to game now. Because they're not gaming like they were over the summer. So they have to build up that excitement. Plus you have Christmas around the corner. So this time of year, even back when I was doing Salty's show, Salty would send us stuff during the summer months and go, guys, it's bare. So I hope y'all got some shit to talk about. Like, there's not a lot going on. And so those were the nights that we would just bullshit about gaming and not really cover a lot of news articles and news stuff. And so now the problem that I'm having is I have 75 freaking topics to discuss and about 3 hours to do it. So anyways, with that being said, I have some other things that I would love to talk about. The PS5 exclusivity bullshit. The Astrobot didn't sell well. That's a damn lie. And Lego Horizon Adventures. All 3 of those will be in either their own individual videos at some point this week, early into next week, or I will do one full video kind of briefly discussing all 3. because we just don't have time tonight. It's been an amazing night. Zero, outside of you losing power and having to take that quick break. Like, it's been awesome having you on here. Like I said, you have been one of the guys. You're always active in the Discord. You're always around, and I truly appreciate that. I wish that at this point I could like say, hey, go follow him over here, but you don't have anything like that. So instead, join the Discord, guys, if you want to talk to Zero. He's great, has good gaming takes, and I just am so happy that this show is open to getting some of the community on here. It's amazing. It's fantastic. Heck, Emmanuel dropped by and was like, "Hey man, can I get on the panel tonight?" And I was like, "Not tonight." Like we would have not gotten anything done. It would have just, it would have been chaos. And so, super
Like 2 weeks
appreciative,
ago.
dude. I just, and here's the deal. I actually put a lot of prep work into this. Like, I'm finding my articles, I'm doing my thumbnails, I'm doing everything. And so randomness is okay on some nights, but on nights like this where it's been like we covered 8 topics tonight, guys. Like that's a shit ton of stuff to do. And we did it in less than 3
Nice.
hours. And
It's almost gonna be 3 hours, so
no, shut up. No, it's not. Because Morgan, tell folks where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Twitter at ShowBandit. You can also find me every Saturday at 5 or sometimes 5:30. You know, we show up late sometimes. It is what
Sometimes
it is.
6. Sometimes 6 because of a Nate. Sometimes
Yeah,
6.
shh, quiet. You, we're professional over here, okay? Yeah, but you can find me every Saturday around 5:36 ET on the Otter Players podcast. Yeah, just talking bullshit, talking games. Having fun. So yeah, if you want to hear me say nothing for a whole bunch of hours, then yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Josh said more than Crossfire. Yeah, well, Crossfire gets through 3 topics because he has 8 guests. I got through 8 topics with 3 people. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
And no, Steven, I do not mean X. Okay, I mean Twitter, because it would always be Twitter. I refuse to acknowledge X. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's Twitter.
Dang, Steven, you said you were going to bed an hour ago, bro. I am so happy all of y'all stayed. Thank y'all so much. We gained some subscribers tonight. That means some people can drop off and we'll still be at 600. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't drop off. Stay around. Watch the content. I do gaming reviews I do gaming reviews when I beat a game or when I have enough to say about a game that doesn't make me sound like a complete jackass who's just following trends. And I'm starting to do gaming news videos. Y'all seem to be really responding to those. Thank y'all so much. As always, guys, you can find me on Twitter at ThriftyPSGR. You can find me on the PlayStation at ThriftyPS_GR just to see how long it's going to take my slow ass to beat Metaphor. It's terrible, guys. I suck at playing video games. I'm the worst gamer in the world. But I play them. I love them. Y'all have a great night. Catch some games on sale. Go get Astro Blade. It's not Stellar Blade, Astro Blade. Go get Astro Blade. It's fantastic. It's $25. Have a good time.